Welcome to another episode of the RDR podcast where we talk about all the nerdy shit you love or hate. I'm Quentin.
I'm Tim.
I'm Elite.
Today, we got a list of things to talk about. First, the Royal Rumble was last weekend, so we'll do a Royal Rumble recap. We'll talk about our favorite wrestling belt designs. I know we all love a good championship, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
We'll talk about will GTA 6 have a bigger impact than GTA 5? It's been a long time coming, right?
Absolutely.
Big time.
Then we'll talk about anime that we think will work well in live action, as well as we watched the Fantastic Four trailer. We'll give our thoughts on that.
Absolutely.
Sound good, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. First things first. I'm perfectly okay with Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble.
Absolutely.
I loved it.
I loved it.
I
I loved him winning. He's literally what I was talking about on the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
The Royal Rumble is a perfect opportunity for the underdog to get a moment to shine.
Absolutely.
The favorites do not need to win the Royal Rumble. Yes, it should happen every once in a while because it establishes their dominance, but it's not needed for most of them. Like a lot of people's like, John Cena should win the Royal Rumble. Why? He doesn't need it. John Cena is at the level where he can literally just walk in and be like, I want a title shot. And people, both fans and the company will be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't need it.
Right. So I'll say this. The moment it was between Cena and Jay, I was like, Cena's going to win. I'm like, all right, here we go. And when Jay won, I'm telling you, me and my sons, we were in the room and we were yeeting the entire time, and we were laughing and having the time of our lives. Like, here's my thing. Cena is on his retirement tour. That's great. And I love it. He's a legend and he deserves all the respect. But since it's his retirement tour, he should be at every pay-per-view.
Yes.
He said he is.
Yeah, I know. So that includes the Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
Which he announced that
So-
he was going to be in.
What would be the point of winning and then him not being in the Elimination Chamber? So I absolutely loved it. I think it was the right call.
Mhm.
I had CM Punk winning,
Right.
but I prefer this because
I do too.
a new star is made. Now, where they go from here, I have some thoughts, but what do you think? Well,
No, I'm okay with it. I had Sami Zayn winning it, but unfortunately, obviously, but Jay won. And one of the things I like is some of your best stars from wrestling ever has come from a tag team.
yeah.
Yeah, like, and it's, and it's nice to see somebody that was from a tag team that, when he came into the business, because Jay's a third generation superstar, second.
He was definitely Rikishi's son, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't know if Rikishi's dad wrestled, but I'm
not 100% sure, but that family. So
yeah, now but just cool to see him breaking off from this tag team to do this solo running. He's the one Malik's been telling me for a while, for the past 2 years, like, yo, Jay's solo run has been excellent. Even when Jimmy got hurt and when him and Roman were going at it, and he was like, this is really good stuff. And
I remember the Why Not Me.
Yeah, that
promo was great.
That promo was incredible. And I'm like, as soon as he did that promo, I'm like, I want him to win.
Yeah.
right,
I wanted him to win.
Like I said, dude, I watched Monday night and the first second of the show, his music hit. Everyone in the stands is on their feet.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Speaking of, did you see the show they had? Was it in Paris this past year? There was a show they had in Paris, and he came out. The entire crowd was going with him, and they had like their phones with the lights, so the lights was moving too. It was an incredible thing to see.
Dude, that's how it was. He came out of the crowd on Monday, and literally every single person is doing it with him. Matter of fact, it was so good. Like when he made it to the ring, they literally started chanting one more time. And he's sitting there. He put the mic down and he said, "Hit my music," and did it again. And the entire crowd did it. And he tried to cut a promo, but you could tell he was like so emotional.
Yeah, I did see the promo.
And I'm like, this is what it's about. I think it was the best thing to do. And to me, everyone complaining, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. there's everyone is entitled to their opinion except you people. You're an idiots. Because what are you upset about? You get, and I'm gonna say this: Triple H showed us
Right.
in this Royal Rumble why the IWC or the internet wrestling community's opinions cannot be taken into account, because y'all were mad that he gave it to Charlotte,
which was justified.
which was making but so you're mad about Charlotte because you're like, she didn't need it, but then you turn around and then get mad about Jay.
Yeah.
You can't have it both ways. He gave you a person who really didn't need it and a person who could use it, and people were mad about both.
Yeah.
And that is why the wrestling community is a joke.
Yeah, but
it can be. I agree, but
overall, though, I it was a good Rumble.
It was a very.
I was
good
dozing on and off. But I stayed. Somehow I woke up to watch the women's one and the men's.
Yeah.
I fell asleep during the tag team match.
I watched it. I watched it all. There was some good
I
matches.
watched the whole show. It was a good show.
To be honest, Jey Uso probably had the third biggest pop of the night.
Yeah.
To me, I would say Alexa Bliss was probably one.
Yeah.
People went nuts for
Everyone
her.
went nuts for her coming back.
And I would say Joe Hendry was too.
Joe Hendry. Everyone loves Joe Hendry. Absolutely everyone loves Joe Hendry.
Mm-hmm.
And his theme is so catchy. It's so stupid, but it's so catchy.
Mm-hmm.
It is great.
Mm-hmm.
Trish looks great still, by the way.
Huh?
Trish looks great.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
Did you see the text I sent you when she came out?
Yeah.
Rock back the 15-year-old. Take your shirt off, Trish. But yeah, she does look great, though.
Dude, I loved it. I'm so happy for Jay. So for me, I know everyone's like, oh man, clearly he's going to take on Gunther. I don't know. I'd rather him choose Cody Rhodes. I know he's not going to.
Yeah.
But here's how because of the way the Rumble ended, here's what I want to see. Gunther, I really, really enjoy. I just feel his heavyweight title run has been bland.
It has been.
So Seth Rollins double curb stomping Roman was insane, by the way.
Yeah.
Insane. And him attacking CM Punk. So clearly we're going to get a 3-way there.
Yeah.
So my hope is that Jay chooses Cody, and then Gunther loses his title to Seth, Roman, or CM Punk at Elimination Chamber, and you get a 3-way for that title.
Okay.
Or possibly even a 4-way adding Gunther in. I don't know.
Make it a main event,
but,
and then, for Punk, so he can get the WrestleMania thing off his
right, maybe the first night main event or whatever, you know what I mean? So, but that's how I think it should go, but who am I? So, because I mean, we've seen Gunther versus Jay plenty of times, and I get it. It's the story of he wants to get over that hump.
Getting over the hump.
Right.
But I think I wouldn't want to take the chance of Cody getting hurt in the Elimination Chamber.
I'm okay with that, but I do want to see Jay get over the hump with Gunther. And I like the way that match could potentially be held. Like the way it's done with Gunther looking like an unstoppable beast.
Right.
That just manhandles Jay until Jay can fight back and overcome it. Talking down to him the whole time. I told you that you shouldn't have done this.
Yeah.
I warned you.
And that's probably what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So.
And I think they could put on a really good match. And Gunther is an incredible wrestler.
Absolutely.
And I really want to see. Also, I want to see him in the WrestleMania main event. Gunther deserves to be up there. I don't want to see him lose it. But I feel like whatchamacallit, Seth, CM Punk, and Roman be a match? Absolutely. Could it be main event worthy without the title? Probably not. And CM Punk, honestly, I don't give a damn if CM Punk gets a WrestleMania main event. If he got it, great, whatever. In the grand scheme of things, what does it really matter? Like,
It's just about, I guess, like just like Cody finishing the story for
I
himself.
guess it just matters to him.
Yeah, it's just. But I think so. I think you're gonna see Seth and Roman and CM Punk.
yeah. The only question is whether their title will be involved.
And that's what I'm saying. I think either do you add Cody into that mix and then say these are the 4 heads of the company, or do you scrap whoever the champion is and have them lose it at Elimination Chamber, which you're not going to do that with Cody. You would have to do it with Gunther. But here's my thing. Jay's supposed to be in the main event because he won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
If you have Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes, that's the main event. It doesn't matter what else is on.
But it's a 2-night event, so
I know.
Technically if he's night 1 and that Cody and them are night 2, he did technically main event.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, I guess you can do that either way. I just,
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of thought Logan Paul was gonna win at first for a second too, because he was down to like what, the final 4, final 5.
Yeah.
And I was like, please don't let this dude win. Please don't let this dude win.
As much as I don't like them,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the Paul brothers. He fits wonderfully in WWE.
He does. He does really. Yeah,
he's a great wrestler.
Yeah,
Yes.
his match was set that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's really good,
Can we talk about Speed dying?
bruh.
Oh my God.
Braun
Oh my God.
Breaker killed him.
Yeah.
And he had no time to brace for that hit.
No.
He just took it.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Isho Speed. He's popped up randomly on social media for me. I've never watched any of his stuff, so I know nothing of what he's about.
Right.
But he 100% has my respect for taking that hit, because that hit was vicious.
He's athletic as hell.
And
That's all.
nice, man.
Dude, I said,
Braun.
as a person who used to wrestle, and I've taken plenty of spears
Yeah.
from guys who aren't as fast or as strong as Braun Breaker, and I'm twice, if not 3 times the size of Speed. I was like, I respect that, because if all that happened to me, I'd have been like, nope, y'all got to get the cart out here.
Right.
You're gonna have to carry me out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not walking anywhere.
Yeah.
He killed him. And there were some nice little storylines all sewn in throughout the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, Logan Paul was somebody. Didn't Logan Paul get a storyline out of that?
Logan Paul was going at it with, who was it?
I can't remember for some reason now.
Who is he going back and forth with?
I can't remember who eliminated him, but something rolled into it though.
Yeah, I can't remember
now.
But they had a lot of little stories. Of course, the whole Chad Gable with the luchadors, how he struggles with luchadors. Mm-hmm. He comes in number 3 behind 2 luchadors.
Oh, shout out to Penta coming out.
Penta got eliminated. He got eliminated early. Did you see that?
No.
Both feet hit the floor.
Yeah, I saw that. Both feet definitely hit the floor.
But it was
they tried to say, he saved himself. No, the fuck he didn't.
I mean, Penta, I've been a fan of since Lucha Underground, so...
Yeah, that's when I liked him. I think he's leaned into the Cero Miedo a little too much now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna chop you. Cero Miedo. I'm gonna slam you. Cero Miedo. Like, dog, we get it. Ease back on it just a little
has
bit.
No fear.
Yeah,
just ease back on it just a little bit.
But it was
just
cool
said a little too much.
Because I really liked him in AEW, but they obviously they had the little tag team title run the one time, but they really didn't do much with them.
The tag team title and the trios title.
When there was Death Triangle.
Death Triangle.
Great stable.
Great stable.
But anyways.
I will say this, the only thing that was a little disappointing is there was like no real like surprises for the men.
No, there wasn't.
And I mean for the women either, other than, Trish and Alexa coming back. Nikki Bella, who asked for that?
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with her coming, but not number 30.
We always hoping for Jade at 30.
Yeah. And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh man. Yeah, New Day wasn't even in it.
New Day wasn't even in it.
Yeah.
Jade didn't show up. AJ Lee wasn't in it. Mm-hmm. Like, these were all people that could have, like, Jade Cargill. I'm still convinced that Naomi's the one who attacked Jade. Mm-hmm. So I thought Jade would return.
Right.
And that would lead to something with Naomi. But once they got eliminated, I'm like, oh, well, she's not coming because there's no point now.
Yeah.
Right.
But then give Nikki number 30, That makes no
And
sense.
the
They
crowd
said the
didn't-
crowd went mild.
And what's funny is they tried to show a video during it of her like, oh, look at the crowd go wild. And
Yeah.
there's literally you can see the face of a woman and she's just like what
Yeah.
is this?
They should have flipped. They should have had Alexa come out at 30.
Yes.
And let Nikki come out
They
at
went
21.
nuts when Alexa came.
Yeah,
Yes, they
she
went
came
I'm
out
like, yeah,
absolutely
it's
nuts.
Alexa Bliss.
Yeah. That would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Nikki Bella coming in is not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong.
I
But
think it is.
coming in at 30, it's the Royal Rumble. Her showing up doesn't really
I get
mean
that,
much.
but man, we
But at
try to
30
forget the Divas era.
Yeah. But at 30, and they're like, oh, she's a Hall of Famer and a great wrestler. Like, dog.
Dude,
She was the worst of the two, first of all.
I don't know about that. I thought
I
she was better than Brie.
I don't know.
I like the rack attack.
I thought she was better than Brie. Brie was
I thought
horrible.
the rack attack was dope.
I thought Brie was horrible.
I thought they were both bad. So
I thought they both were bad, but I thought
Yeah.
Brie was worse. Oh, but the fact that she's in the Hall of Fame over Mickie James is insane.
her match with
Yeah,
Trish at
that makes no
WrestleMania
sense.
22 was phenomenal.
Mickie James is up there, one of the top women's wrestlers.
But
ever.
shout out to them showing her at the Rumble too. She got she got the credit she deserved from the fans and everything. They know she's great.
I don't know if y'all watched the pre-show, but they had Bully Ray on there, and he was like, "Oh my God, they called me Bully Ray." He's like, "We're allowed to say Bully Ray in the WWE." And I was like, "This is great." So,
The one is sad, or y'all still on the match?
I mean, I know everyone hates that Charlotte one. I loved it.
Charlotte doesn't need it.
Charlotte,
I
and
agree
she
with
doesn't.
Malik.
But here she doesn't. But we know she's probably going to take on Tiffy.
Stratton.
and Tiffy's going to have her best match ever. Say
My
what you
whole
want.
point-
They're going to put on a great match.
My whole point behind Charlotte is the inflated stats they keep giving her. She could have gotten to Tiffany Stratton through Elimination Chamber.
She's just coming back from injury. You don't want her in the Elimination
She
Chamber.
just comes. I'm not saying an Elimination Chamber match. I'm talking about that pay-per-view.
Yeah. Okay.
She's just coming back and just wins the Royal Rumble. Like, no one wanted to see that.
She's the queen. I loved it. I don't care. I loved it. She's the queen.
No.
The queen.
So who did you have winning the Women's Rumble?
I had Chelsea Green, who had the funniest moment of the night
Yeah, it was. That was
when Jada,
Flash Legend.
Lash Legend, Bianca,
And
and Naomi was all, and she like walked in between, and I was like, "Oh, Chelsea is funny." I was like,
There's a few wrestlers that just have that comedic timing, even when it seems like they're not trying.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea Green is one of them. Because I loved her when she was in TNA and had the little mad wife gimmick where she like was walking around in a dirty wedding dress and smeared makeup. I forget what her name was in TNA, but that was a great thing. R-Truth obviously has
Truth is great. Truth
that
is national
comedic
treasure.
timing.
Yeah.
Speaking of $1 million podcast idea, R-Truth and Jameis Winston. Somebody make it happen.
Jameis Winston is just like one of the most awkward, hilarious people ever.
Yeah.
But back on to what I was talking about. R-Truth, Chelsea Green. The one who's growing on me now, who is ridiculously hilarious for no reason, Harley Cameron in AEW. She is just so ridiculously goofy, and I love it.
I have to watch more.
It's
I like Harley
stupid.
Cameron. I don't like her.
When she first showed up, I didn't like her because she didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
She was just kind of just stand back there and look pretty. But now that they're letting her show, one, she can sing. She is a good singer. And she's just basically unhinged.
Yeah.
She's doing ventriloquism of Mercedes Moné.
I seen that. Okay, so
And she's really doing that.
on
I'm like, she can do ventriloquism too.
Did you tag me in that on Twitter?
It's possible.
I seen it on Twitter, and I was cracking up because they was like, "Oh, she's not in her room," and then she pulled out the doll, and I was like, "Oh, this is hilarious."
She is hilarious. And also, I got to go with the timeless one, Toni Storm.
Oh, she's great.
Oh,
She's hilarious.
Yeah.
She is the off the wall stuff that she be saying that be borderline sexual harassment level wording. I'm gonna rip your tits off. You came from my womb, and I'm gonna shove you back up there and spit you out.
Oh God.
What?
Yeah, she was so over with that timeless Toni Storm, man. It was.
Dude, I always thought she was great. When she first showed up in the Mae Young, I was like, this girl.
I always thought she was great, but I didn't think she had character.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, when she first came
now
to
she's
AEW,
showing character.
Yeah, when she first got to AEW, she was kind of like no one really liked her character, but when she did that timeless shit,
Once she went timeless, Toni Storm.
I seen a video of her earlier today, Toni Storm.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, man, I hope Juice Robinson is that?
Yeah,
Juice? They was like, man, I hope he could fight. They was like, it was her walking around the ring, and I was like, when Tony get that thick?
Yeah, he grew on me too because I didn't like him when he first showed up to AEW. Juice Robinson.
Yeah.
He grew on me when he started doing that taint thing. I don't know why. I thought that was
because he's ridiculous too. He looks like, and I don't remember who said it. Someone in wrestling said it. He looks like the honeycomb cereal monster.
mascot. Yeah,
Remember that honeycomb monster?
Yes.
in the 90s.
They said he looks like him. And ever since they said that, I couldn't get that picture out of my head, and he was fucking hilarious.
Oh my
But,
goodness. Yes.
I was hoping before back to the Rumble. I was hoping for Liv Morgan to win, and she lasted for over an hour in there, Liv Morgan. But I was like that the Charlotte. Like I wasn't too big on the Charlotte, but whatever. But shout out to Nia Jax for breaking a record.
Yeah.
The way they did it though was stupid.
Yeah, I know, but
I mean,
if you want her to be dominant, let her be dominant. I don't like when they're inflating stats clearly just to inflate the stats.
Yeah.
Like that was clear. Oh, let's all just kind of stand on the outside and wait until she pushes us all out.
Oh.
Like, no, let her show her dominance.
talk,
Throw
yeah.
people out. Do it.
And she threw Trish out too, right? I believe Nia Jax.
I believe
did,
so,
Yeah,
yeah.
but so-
Okay,
Dude, Dose hates Liv Morgan.
why?
He hates her.
He's
Like, and it's so funny because he's just like, as soon as she comes out, he's like, I just hope she doesn't win. Like,
I was cracking up when Dominic came out too.
dude,
Yeah.
he's so over. It's crazy. Like, he's so
The heel work he's doing is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I have to give him his props.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
doing his thing.
Oh, and you know what? I remember, a few episodes ago, you said Hogan had one of the best heel turns. Dom's was better too.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
No.
Him kicking Edge and
That
Rey
was funny.
Mysterio.
with the clothesline.
Yeah, like no, that heel turn.
No,
was
he had help with that,
because everyone was like, "What?"
Because you look outside, what was it? I think
Mhm.
Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley were laughing their asses off.
Yeah.
It made it even better.
The whole
Judgment
Judgment
Day,
Day was
yeah.
on the outside. They were
Yeah.
cracking up, and he was like, he took his shoes off and threw it at him.
Speaking of, I don't know, Damian Priest isn't in the Judgment Day no more, right?
No.
Is he like doing this Undertaker thing now? Because I noticed he's
Yo.
like dressed like the Undertaker.
People keep calling him bisexual Undertaker, and it is the funniest thing ever to me. Like
Ever since I've seen him, I'm sitting there like, is he bisexual?
he clearly has weave in his hair, which is great. Like, so,
Like everyone's like, he's a
His edges be
bisexual
laid.
Undertaker. Like, are you just calling him that, or is he actually bisexual? Like, I don't know.
no, I think he's with that Jaden girl.
He is with her. I thought
I
so
believe
because
so.
they do a lot of little TikToks together and stuff. So I'm
I
like,
think that's what made me assume because they like be in the house and he be doing stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, cool.
which good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
do your thing.
So, the ladder match. Oh my goodness, did they beat the hell out of each other?
I fell asleep doing that. So I must have-
Kevin
How?
Owens puts his
did.
body through hell. Kevin Owens, through history of watching him wrestle, anytime he's in a match where like bad bumps needs to be taken, he's always the one taking them,
Mhm.
and they're horrible. I'm sitting there looking like, man, that bump is freaking terrible.
As soon as they set the ladder up, I was like, it don't even matter when somebody's going up the ladder. I was like, nobody went through that one yet. Someone has to go through that one. Once they go through that one, then I'll believe the match is over.
Yeah.
And it
that bump on the edge of the ladder.
oh yeah, that was a bad one.
That was terrible. The one at the end where he basically landed on his head through the ladder rungs.
He stayed there like that for a while
Oh,
too.
wow.
I'm like, man, that had to be uncomfortable as hell. I'd have been like, no, I'm rolling over and getting out of this.
Like he was, he puts his body through hell.
Yeah. He attacked Sami Zayn on Monday.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen that
With the
too.
I Love Sammy t-shirt on.
Yeah.
You're going to beat the crap
Yeah.
out of him with a shirt that says you love him. That is Kevin Owens is always a top tier heel. Speaking of top heel turns, his heel turn on Sami Zayn in NXT when he first showed up.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a top tier heel
And
turn.
he told him he was taking the title.
Yeah, he his first night there.
Mhm.
Everyone highlighted how him and Sami Zayn were best friends from childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, I don't know if you saw it, so I'm recapping it for you. Sami Zayn wins the title for the first time. The whole crowd's out there,
Right.
the whole roster's out there cheering him. He comes out, hugs his friend, then beats the crap out of him
in front of everyone.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's top tier heel turn right there. On your first night.
Yeah.
On your first night, you come in as a face. Actually, his match was against Juice Robinson, and I forget what he was going by then, Tyler or Trevor or something like that. But he had like a world hippie gimmick type going on.
CJ Parker.
Oh
my God, Juice Robinson and CJ Parker.
You didn't know?
I didn't put two and two together when I looked at this picture.
You didn't know that?
No. No.
Back when he had the dreads.
Yeah.
I
hate because he was a hippie.
Yeah.
I hated CJ Parker so much.
But that was a top tier heel turn. But yeah, Kevin Owens' heel turns are always great, and he always puts his body through hell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't been able to do all the shit that he does.
No.
I will say this, and maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I'm old and grumpy. But I enjoy a hardcore match where it doesn't have to be 17 pounds of blood on the mat.
Yeah. I like
for me
hardcore days and they would just hit you with.
And here's my thing. I don't have a problem with AEW. I like AEW, but like the one pay-per-view we watched, and I was like, dude, this is just a regular match. Why are they bleeding? And then it kind of takes away from the later when you do see blood. You know what I mean? Like that match could have used blood, but they didn't. And it's like, okay, I get it. But then there's like be regular matches and someone's busted open and you're like, why?
See, yeah, that's where I'm torn on it. Like, I get your stance on not needing the blood, but at my point that I'm coming to is, if it's not going to show up in those type of matches, when would it?
No. What I'm saying is I would have been fine if they would have had blood in that match. But it doesn't need to be it doesn't need to be so much blood that the entire mat is covered in blood.
Yeah. John Moxley match.
Yeah, like,
see, that's where I agree, because John Moxley likes to bleed just to bleed.
Yeah.
But there's some situations where I think having it like that is justified. Like the Swerve Hangman.
Yes.
Thing. It's a blood feud. Dog, you ran in my house.
No, I can get that. There are matches.
So that type of match having a ton of blood, I agree.
They're like mankind matches.
Just random match A between John Moxley and who knows who. No, it's not necessary.
Yeah, but like even when like Mankind and his hardcore matches, when they're bringing out the tacks and the glass, and yes, there needs to be blood.
Yes.
But like not every, you know what I mean, like ladder match.
Yeah, I agree.
Needs to have.
Not every ladder match needs to be blood. I think there should be reasons for the bleeding, not just bleeding just to bleed.
Yeah, even a chair shot to the head. Yeah, I get that. Mostly because I actually have a scar on my head from a chair shot to the head, and I was bleeding. So I can understand that, but it just be like sometimes like what busted them open. Like, like oh, the turnbuckle, and it'd be like, what?
Yeah.
So
yeah, sometimes they do it just a little too much. I agree. It should be used in situations where it's going to make a better impact. I agree on that.
And I don't think you should use it in a regular match if you know you're having a hardcore match later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That I agree with too.
So but overall, I thought it was a great show.
I thought it was a good match. Yes. I thought it was a very good match. The tag team match was good,
kind of short. Did it feel like it was kind of short to you?
No, it was 3 falls.
2 out of 3 falls.
They went kind of fast a little bit. I dozed off a little bit though, but I feel like
the first fall I thought was great.
Oh yeah,
with the fake tag.
yeah,
I thought that was excellent.
yeah. That as soon as that happened, that reminded me of the bar when they did it against
Yeah.
the New Day.
Yeah.
I like when wrestlers do stuff that shows smarts and tactics.
Mm-hmm.
I like that type of stuff because also it also helps elevate the refs. Because one thing that I don't like is when a ref appears to be stupid.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
got you. Yeah.
So I like that when they fake the tag and the ref's like, dog, you didn't tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's used in a way like, so, hey, we know the ref is going to catch this. He's a smart guy,
Right.
but we're going to use it to our advantage.
Yeah.
I like that.
Right.
So speaking of the tag teams, like I watched on Friday before the Rumble.
Yeah.
I have zero interest in the other two tag teams that were like kind of like a part of it because it was DIY and
Motor City Machine Guns.
no. It was DIY and Pretty Deadly, I think their name
Pretty
was.
Deadly, yeah.
Versus Motor City Machine Guns and some like Latin team or
LAX. It's Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo.
Yeah, the new Primo and Epico.
Yeah.
But
I
I have zero interest in either of those teams, and I'm like, is this where the tag? Like, I haven't been fully invested, so I'm like, is this where
Right.
tag team wrestling is? Like, because I was like, Pretty Deadly just looks like a knockoff chucking Billy and Chuck to me, like, but less talented. And this, the Primo and Epico 2.0. I'm like, I don't care about either of these guys. Like, what is like? Nothing stood out about them to me. You know what I mean?
Do they have a Rosa Mendez in their corner like Primo and Epico did?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. They had I can't remember the girl's name, but there's a girl on their side too. She was like their little manager, and I'm just like it. I don't know. It's like some tag teams you could look at and you can be like, okay, I see. Like the first time I ever seen Edge and Christian,
Right.
I'm like something stood out about them. Now I'm like, I want to watch these guys. The Hardy Boys, the first time I ever seen, like you want to see, like they were getting whooped the first time. But,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. There was nothing about those two teams that I'm like,
right.
Like the Pretty Deadly gimmick. I'm like,
Pretty
do
Deadly was kind of funny. I seen some stuff with them that had me laughing. So
okay, but I'm like, haven't you tried to do this like 700 times?
Right,
like,
right.
You had Billy and Chuck, you had Fandango and Tyler Breeze.
Right.
Like you keep trying to do this, and it never really pans out.
Breezango was great. Don't you disparage.
Breezangos were two great wrestlers, but they should have been a lot bigger than they were.
Oh, that's because Vince didn't like them.
Fandango's back, by the way. I don't know if y'all.
He showed up. He just showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came back because he's with TNA.
Yeah. He's with okay.
Yeah, so part of the partnership, he showed back up.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick. Back to the Rumble, real quick. Maven eliminating Undertaker, was it like the most shocking elimination in Rumble history to y'all? Because JR sold the hell out of that on the commentary.
He did.
And then the fans went nuts. And Undertaker sold that pretty well, too.
Maven was so boring.
I know.
Like, dude, he had a great drop kick, I think it was.
Yeah, good drop.
Yeah,
he was like wrestling in sweatpants, and there was like nothing like stood out about it.
I remember that when you brought up the Hardy, because I think Undertaker eliminated both of the Hardys, and they kept running back in, fighting them, and he kept throwing them out, and then Maven drop kicked him, and then Undertaker flipped over or whatever, and then everyone was going nuts, and then JR went crazy on the on the commentary, and made it even better. I think Undertaker ended up going back because he was heel at the time. That was heel Taker, but the American Badass.
I would have to really sit down and think about it, but I think it definitely has a case for it. Yeah,
it's up there.
Beth Phoenix and Great Khali. I know it was corny, but everyone thought that was still like I never expected that, but still. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah, that's up there. That's up there.
But overall, I thought it was a good show.
Yeah. I thought it was a very solid show. It was weird that there was literally only 2 matches outside of the Royal Rumbles, but.
Right.
The Royal Rumbles take so much time.
Yeah, they do.
And another thing. Maybe it's just me, but I feel that the Royal Rumble needs to be moved up to 40 men.
Yeah, they did that back in 2011?
They did it once.
When Del Rio won it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I think because I'm like, we didn't get to see the New Day.
Right.
You know, we didn't get to see. You know, there was
There weren't
no
real surprises.
Yeah, there was no surprises. There wasn't no call ups. I thought we'd at least see Trick.
I definitely
know.
thought we would see Trick.
You know, I'm like, there's still, you know, some dope wrestlers who could have put on some great spots. I love Mello getting eliminated and just flipping out on
Akira Tozawa.
Yeah, Tozawa, who I didn't even realize he's never even been in the Rumble match.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm still a little bit upset what they done with him because he's a great wrestler.
He is, and it was funny. He like tweeted out like, "Oh, this year I made it out. Next year I'll actually make it to the ring for the first time." I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" I'm like, you know, even the women, no Asuka returning. That kind of sucked.
Yeah.
You know,
But I guess they didn't want her to overshine Miss Nepo Baby.
Can't outshine the queen.
Y'all want to go into designs now?
Real quick before we go on to our wrestling belt designs, I did want to bring something up real quick because we had spoken about it a couple episodes back. Ricochet's doing great work as a heel and showing a lot of charisma.
In AW, yeah.
Yes, everyone's talking about how he couldn't talk.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing fantastic as a heel, which one I didn't think he could do.
Right.
But he's doing great. The match he just had with Swerve this past week was fantastic.
I didn't know they wrestled already.
Oh yeah, they just had their match, and
Was it on Dynamite?
Yeah, it was on Dynamite.
Oh, cool. That means I have it recorded at home. I'll watch it later in the night.
And Swerve put Ricochet over.
Well, now you ruined the end of the match for me.
Way to go!
I'm joking.
But it was a great match. It was physical.
Both great wrestlers. I would expect
They're both
nothing less.
great wrestlers. But the heel work that he's doing is fantastic.
Ricochet was my favorite wrestler before he got to WWE. Like, I was so excited when him and Finn Balor. I was like so excited when they both got there. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
So
see, I always liked Ricochet, but I didn't know when he made it to WWE. I didn't know if they was going to do anything with him because they don't really like high flyers all like that.
Right.
And I knew him from Lucha Underground, where he didn't really talk. So
Prince Puma.
I didn't really know if he would have any charisma because he didn't really talk there. But yeah, he's doing great work.
I think I'm on the minority here when I say this, but I think anyone given the right character can show charisma.
I agree.
Agree.
If you put them in a situation where they're going to be comfortable, they'll be able to shine.
Right.
Like Timeless Tony Storm.
She's just creative.
Yeah, but you know.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, her other gimmicks was kind of boring. But once she
look at the Usos.
Yes.
Yeah.
When they first started, I was like, oh, okay, cool. They're a good tag team, and
they're showing tribute to their heritage. Okay, cool. Yeah. But as soon as they went Uso Penitentiary,
great. They've been great ever since.
Fantastic ever since.
Yeah. Look at Dallas. Dom when he went to jail.
Yeah. I actually like the Bo Dallas, the Bo Lee thing.
I used to love Bo Lee.
Yeah.
It was so stupid.
I loved it because he was so ridiculous. Because I still remember when he was in NXT and he was like, "Where's my people? I gave you cookies. You're supposed to be supporting me. I brought cookies."
Yep.
Yeah, I like Bo Dallas.
I thought he was great.
I will say this one last thing about the wrestling community. What is the obsession with hating popular wrestlers? Like, everyone, they want to build wrestlers up, and then as soon as they get popular, everyone's like, they suck now. What is the obsession with that?
Could you give some context? Because I don't know what you're
a lot of the internet wrestling community now hates Cody Rhodes.
I don't know why.
Yeah, exactly my point. Yeah, so it's like, if you go on like any of like the like wrestling like Facebook groups and all that, oh, Cody's boring. Can he drop the title? I'm like, oh my God, shut up.
I got the AEW version of it because they wanted him to turn heel in AEW. He wouldn't do it.
Just like, remember everyone before, like when Roman first started to blow up.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, he wanted him to win the one Royal Rumble. And they're like, yeah, we want him to win. And then the next year it's like, oh no, we no longer like Roman.
Yep.
Because now he's getting a push.
Right.
Like it's kind of like the thing.
People just wants to be divisive and contrarian.
Something to complain about.
We have to,
it's just
but you have to understand to build and sell tickets and to build stars, they have to have some type of longevity.
Right.
You can't just be like, oh, this person's a star this year, this person's a star next year, that person's a star next year, that person's because then you're not selling tickets to your hardcore fans, which you're trying to appeal to, you know what I mean, that tweener age, I guess, you know what I mean, like you want to keep their attention,
Right.
Yeah.
So
I don't get it,
yeah.
honestly, but I like who I like. I don't like who I don't like. And I just leave it at that.
Same.
All good.
But most of the people I don't like is usually because I think they're in positions that I don't think they need to be in, or they just suck. But other than that, I just let them go. I'm good.
Yeah. Well, favorite wrestling belts?
They're wrestling belts.
All right,
You want to start, Q, or you want me to start?
I'll start because mine are simple.
Simple?
Yeah.
All right, so let's pull these up for some visual cues.
So the thing about me, what I like about wrestling belts, and you'll notice a pattern in mine, I love the main plate. I want it to be big and bold.
Okay.
Big and bold. That's what I love. And then I love white belts.
I do too.
They're so clean.
They look really clean. I do too.
There's a pattern in mine.
Okay.
and you'll see it.
But we'll probably then if I'm hearing you correctly, we're gonna have some repeats because
probably.
All right.
So my first belt, the Lucha Underground title.
That is a nice belt.
The thing is massive.
That is a nice belt. It's
huge. So massive. Like it sits like this on the shoulder, and it just looked great, especially because it felt like Lucha Underground came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So to have this like title that just stood out, and you can tell from like across the room, like, oh, that person must be important.
Yeah, that is a nice belt.
I absolutely love it.
That's a nice belt. I like that.
Yeah. So my second title is the original, the Big Eagle.
The Winged Eagle.
I loved it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it was the blue. It's just the classic. It brings me back to the 90s, man.
Yeah.
This was during the this was after the golden era, right? This is that
Attitude.
This Attitude Era, yeah.
Wasn't the one before Attitude Era, like 93 to 97?
New Generation.
Yeah, that's not it.
It might have been around that time.
Yeah, it was.
too.
Yeah, I don't.
Cause I remember Bret Hart having that belt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I used to love that title.
Yeah.
Like, so
Great belt. It's a great belt.
yeah.
Next.
The next, the IC title, the white belt. When Cody brought it back, when he I think was he dashing Cody Rhodes when he did that?
I don't think he was dashing. I think this was after he was dashing.
Not dashing when he was wearing the mask.
He had the face mask.
Sorry, he was wearing the mask and he brought it back. I have loved that title ever since.
I loved it even before then, but when he brought it back, I was so happy.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Cody has a tendency of bringing back the favorite belts.
Yeah,
because he brought back Winged Eagle.
Yeah, it looks so clean.
So clean.
It's a great looking title.
It's a good belt.
Hands down one of my favorites.
Easily.
My next is the original
WCW,
WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes.
Again,
great belt.
The big bold plate. You look important when you carry it.
Mhm.
It is just a beautiful title. I always hated how they didn't make it feel on par with the WWE title.
Yeah,
like it always felt like a step
like
below.
It was a step below.
And it is just a beautiful title.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
My next one is the NXT UK tag titles.
I never looked at the UK, the tag titles for the UK.
So obviously NXT UK didn't last long.
Yeah,
but I've always liked the title. Just it just was a clean, smooth look.
That's not a bad looking belt.
No, I thought they were great for tag titles. There aren't too many tag titles that I really really enjoyed.
Yeah,
but I thought these were like real clean looking.
Yeah, I thought those were nice.
The lion and the horse, it gives that like British feel.
Yeah,
right.
And and it just looked great to me. My next one is the NXT North American, women's North American title. Again,
that white.
The white belt.
The white belt.
The white belt. It looks clean.
It does look clean.
And this is a woman's title. I thought the red to me was like like I always thought the blue looked clean with like the big eagle,
Yeah.
but the red I thought that looked great.
Yeah, that is a
So,
great looking belt. I'm not
yep.
gonna lie, that's a great
For
looking
women,
belt.
that's definitely one of my favorite belts. And my next is the WWE Women's World Championship, the new one.
I do like that one.
Again, just the white belt, the big plate. That's what I said. You will notice a pattern. There's things I like. It just from a distance, it just looks like that woman's important.
Yeah, I
You know,
agree.
it looks good on Rhea Ripley too.
Everything looks good.
So
Yeah, I got that right.
Then I have the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
Absolutely.
The reason I love this, besides again the big plate, the names.
Yes.
Yeah.
The names
Having
and their
the names
title
on
reigns on the sideline. I thought that is so
that is a great
dope.
thing.
Antonio Inoki, rest in peace.
Antonio Inoki,
Yep.
yeah. You got Ospreay.
Yeah.
Yep. And
That's some
it
great
just
names
Okada
on there.
on there. I
it
see, I
looks
Shinsuke
great.
Nakamura.
Oh, yep. And you know what it kind of what it kind of feels like the Stanley Cup.
Okay.
How they put all the names on there and there, all that. Like that's what it kind of feels like because it's like
And you're carrying the
Carrying-
legacy with you.
yes,
Yes.
Like,
yes,
yes, that's a great belt. I agree.
So those are my my favorite titles, and I like I said, there's a pattern. It's either I love the white belt or the big plate.
Wrong with that.
Hey,
No
yeah.
European title? No hardcore title with the tape?
Oh my god, that title used to annoy me because I'd be like, "Well, they just fix it." And I'm like, I get that was like
The whole point of it was broken.
but I was young at the time, so
All right, so let's go into mine. And I got a couple honorable mentions that I feel like being brought up, but they're not great titles overall.
That's a great title.
So
MJF's Triple B.
the reason that didn't make it, I like the title, is just because the front plate is so small. Like I wanted to be just like if the front and there's the first two on the side was just one big plate, I'd be like that would have been on mine.
Oh, see it. MJF's Triple B. I just like him putting his nod to the AEW title,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just it's a nice looking belt,
Mhm.
It is, yeah.
and it fits MJF well with the Burberry. So I like that. This one, the next one, if the next one that I think's coming up is right, you might like this, Q. Where's it at? Scorpio Sky's Lakers TNT title.
So
I think the TNT title in general is not a great belt,
Mhm.
but him putting the Lakers colors to it, he's from LA,
Mhm.
and having that look to it, it looks
Yeah.
good. It looks good.
So I've seen the title before, but like this is the first time I'm really like examining it.
Mhm.
And the purple diamonds popping to the yellow TNA, like behind it to make the yellow
Yeah.
TNA pop.
TNT.
That is, or TNT, sorry, TNT. That looks great.
So
Like that looks great, and that
Scorpio
that's
Sky's
definitely-
Lakers title was dope. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's a good looking one. Last honorable mention, classic Smoking Skull, the Stone Cold Smoking Skull heavyweight title.
Yeah.
This brought in the ushered in the custom title belts.
Mhm.
Right.
This brought, oh no, I'm the guy. I want a belt that fits me,
Yep.
not just the company. And I like that.
Speaking of, did you know Miz carried a fake title his entire title run?
No.
When he was WWE champion, he carried a fake title.
When he headlined WrestleMania 27.
Yes, the title was fake because he said he wanted to keep the title that he actually wore. So he wore a replica the entire time.
Wow.
I knew he had his belts on his wall
Yeah.
Mhm.
because I know he lost a couple of them to
He did.
Xavier Woods
Yeah.
in the bet in Street Fighter bets, playing Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
And
By the way, I'll beat Xavier Woods in Street Fighter if he ever sees this podcast. I'm challenging him.
I feel like he's someone I would
he was at
hang out.
Evo when we
I
was
know,
there.
We didn't. I couldn't.
We
couldn't
didn't get a chance to play him.
And I will beat Kenny Omega in Street Fighter 2. I'm just throwing that out there.
in Street Fighter 6.
I mean, 2, 6, 3, 4. I'm coming.
I don't
after-
know.
Yeah.
I think Kenny Omega might wash you in
Nah.
Street Fighter.
He
man.
said he
Nah.
might watch you.
Kenny Omega's nice.
He is nice.
in Street Fighter. Like he's really nice. Like no, I think Kenny Omega's
He's
gonna
not
wash you,
watching.
dog.
No. No.
Now they got me in Tekken because I'm terrible in Tekken 8.
Yeah.
But
he won't beat me at Tekken 5, but But anyway,
we'll see.
yeah. But no, he ain't beat me in Street Fighter.
All right, on to my actual list.
Oh, I got it.
Wing Eagle.
Absolutely.
Gotta have the Wing Eagle belt.
Absolutely.
WF 40, the Winged Eagle belt.
That's a pretty picture.
It's a great picture.
Yeah.
Just like you said, it's classic. It's great. Big old plate.
Yep.
You gotta love it. Next, the White IC title.
No argument here. Like,
You're gonna see a matching theme soon. I love the white belts. The White IC title, like you said, it just looks so clean.
mm-hmm.
So clean. The AEW title.
Yes.
The AEW title is a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
The first time I saw it, I'm like, oh, it looks a lot like the IWGP title.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the IWGP World Heavyweight title. It looks good. I love that belt. IWGP title.
I like what you said about how like you carry the legacy.
You carry the legacy. Like, look at all these names.
That's what makes it great.
You're carrying the legacy of these people who had it
Mhm.
before you.
Correct.
That is what makes that belt
Right.
so great.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of it, it just looks good. Their new one is fucking terrible.
I haven't seen the new one.
Look it up.
Mm.
It's absolutely terrible.
Hot garbage, as you.
It's like a weird shape. It's ugly. There
This
you go,
one?
right there. Yes.
Ooh.
Looks like a Divas title.
It do.
Like,
It do look like that. Yeah, like the butterfly.
Yeah.
Like, that title is terrible.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, they need to go back to that.
Yeah, they need to go back to this.
Yeah, go back to that.
Maybe it's supposed to do like what's that one mecha anime?
Gundam?
Gundam? Maybe it's supposed to look like that or
I
something.
don't know.
No, they ain't go back
That
to
thing
it.
is ugly.
Go back to this one here.
Yeah, go back to this. Next, the
Yeah.
WCW World Heavyweight
No,
Championship.
no argument.
No argument. Big, bold.
Yeah.
Like, it just looks good. The money belt.
So I thought about it.
When I was a kid,
The
I thought
money
it was
belt.
cool.
And I was, yeah.
Ted DiBiase's money belt. I'm sorry. That belt is fucking gorgeous. And it was real.
Yeah. I thought about that for a while, and I was like, it would have been on my honorable mentions, but I was like, I really do like this belt.
No, money belt's on there. It's not even honorable mention. Money belt's on this bitch. That belt is fucking gorgeous, and it just screams opulence. I'm rich, so I'll just throw a big ass belt with dollar signs and diamonds.
Yeah.
Not rich enough to keep his son out of jail.
Yeah.
Say that for another day.
Well,
You know what though? None of us mentioned him like an honorable mention for wrestlers or anything. Because I always you think about now, like he did some classic heel work back in the late '80s and early '90s.
I
wouldn't
remember
put him in
Ted
the top 10, though.
DiBiase
No.
more for his promos
Yeah,
and his heel work more than his matches.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like yeah.
So he wouldn't have made my even close to my top 10 because there's literally not one match of Ted
No, I'm
DiBiase's
talking
that
about more as
pops
like
in my
the
head.
honorable mention, just like his work and stuff.
But I
yeah,
mean-
I wouldn't.
If I can't even remember a match,
Plus, he had a slave.
if I can't remember a single match,
The only thing
If
I
you
remember
can't
with
be honorable
DiBiase
mention.
obviously was like the $1 Million Corporation when he ran. He had that, and then he
Yeah.
had then the whole Earl Hebner switch thing back in the
Mhm.
'80s.
yeah.
You know, he main evented WrestleMania.
Mhm.
WrestleMania 4 when Macho Man beat him. But but still, no, and he had a great laugh.
Oh yeah,
He had a great laugh.
great evil.
I think
laugh.
if I did a list of like top 10 like wrestling characters or gimmicks, he would definitely
Be
be
on there.
up
top gimmicks,
there. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you
So-
remember the thing where he gave that kid money or black kid money?
Oh my god!
If you could bounce the ball,
kick the
10
ball,
times,
just kick the ball out. Oh my! First,
like I said, top tier heel.
Yeah.
I would have been mad at the kid. Like, why was you dribbling like that?
Don't you know anything about basketball? You keep it away from the defender.
Yeah.
But yeah, top 10 heel work. But yeah, that belt's top tier. That belt is great. The NXT UK Women's Title.
Yes,
Look at that.
it's clean.
It's clean
Mhm.
and it's white. The white belt, like it's beautiful. Like that thing is nice.
Right.
The UK titles I thought were
Yeah.
all nice.
Yeah,
Like,
the UK titles were nice. They
Mhm.
definitely were. I liked them all. Even the men's ones was still nice, even
Mhm.
though I don't like them as much as the women one. The TNA Women's World Title.
I don't like that one.
You don't like that?
Nah.
It's so much gold. I actually like it. I've never seen it before.
As you can see, it lasted from 07 to 08. It lasted 1 year.
Oh,
But that thing is nice.
that is big and bold. How big was that?
It wasn't very big.
Okay, it looks like it would. Be
It looks
huge.
like it would be huge. It
Yeah.
wasn't huge, but it like that. Look at it. The white.
I like it.
The white is nice, man.
Who said okay, Google?
Oh goodness.
And that's all I got on that one. Tim, do you have any?
No, I'm not big on it like y'all, but like I said, my number one is definitely the WCW belt.
WCW
It
belt
was
is
excellent.
just great.
And then I had smoking. I had the Austin one. The smoking.
The WCW World Heavyweight title is just great. It's just great. Like that. That's near, I think, every wrestling fan's top one.
Yeah.
So no one's gonna put the Divas title
No.
with the butterfly.
No.
That is one of the ugliest. The
No.
only title uglier than that was Jeff
I'm
Hardy's
about to say
custom
Jeff Hardy's.
title
Oh,
in TNA.
That was terrible.
That title was absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
What about
It was supposed to be like his face, but it was just terrible.
What about the
It's
NWO?
his paint,
But
the stuff he paints and stuff like that. It was ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
The NWO was just the title with NWO. But
yeah.
Yeah, it was just,
And also like you said, AEW was in my top 3 too. I like the
AEW title was just it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I just like it. I just think that's a good looking title. But yeah, I do generally tend to lean toward the white leather. The white leather just makes it look
It's
good.
so clean.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just makes it stand out a bit more.
Okay. Well,
Look at this. I mean, that was it for I guess that's for the belts. I don't got anything else on it.
No, I don't have anything else either.
nope.
Nothing else.
Huh? All right. Will GTA 6 have the same impact as GTA 5 or bigger?
You want to go first?
I can go first.
All right.
Yes. Because in my mind, the impact of GTA 5 was minimal. The impact GTA 5 had on the gaming industry was fairly minimal. It was extremely popular, don't get me wrong. But it didn't revolutionize anything, it didn't change anything. Nothing. No one's ever said, hey, because of GTA 5, X happened.
Made $1 billion.
That's all you can say. It was really popular. But you know what else is really popular? Fortnite. And Fortnite changed the game because guess what? After Fortnite, everyone made battle royales.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
GTA 5 didn't do anything other than be popular and last forever.
Did it revolutionize microtransactions?
Yes, it did.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know, man. $1
No.
billion off of microtransactions?
Yeah.
Fortnite, literally, you don't have to pay for.
Yeah, I know.
And they're making billions of dollars because of their microtransactions.
Yeah, but Fortnite came out after GTA. That's what I'm saying. So the microtransactions were already...
GTA Online, though, I think that more so took off in the PS4 era more than the PS3, Xbox 360.
Yeah, I don't remember it launching very well either.
I don't remember the online during the PS3, Xbox 360 era.
But I know 4, it really took off.
Because so when it dropped, it was the end of the Xbox 360, PS3 era. Because it came out that September, and I think that November the PS4 dropped.
Right.
So, and remember, they're online. They didn't drop for like a year.
Yeah.
And it was much easier to get a PS4 and Xbox One than it was to get this latest generation.
I still saying, did that microtransactions have an impact? Yes. But microtransactions was happening before. Like, even now, when people speak of microtransactions, GTA is not the first thing that's brought up.
No.
It's not even Call of Duty is the first thing that's brought up. It's EA.
Yeah, that's because people hate it. Like, EA doesn't need microtransactions. It doesn't make any sense. for them. But what I'm saying is that like obviously people are willing to pay because people pay for all of them. What I'm saying is that like GTA was like the one I can remember to where people were like, oh man, you gotta buy this to do this, or you gotta do that. You know what I mean? Like a
I
lot of
never
them
spent
people
a
was like,
dime on GTA 5 other than buying the game.
yeah. Well, so like you said, people mention like EA or what's the other one where it has a lot of microtransactions, like Call of Duty and stuff like that. It's like, okay, there would be people that was like, oh well, I paid for this to do this, and everybody would be like, that's stupid. To whereas GTA, people like, oh man, I had to get those what are they called, shark bucks or whatever,
Shark cards.
Shark cards, yeah. And people would be like, yeah, that makes sense. You got to do that if you want this or that. You know what I mean? It seemed like people were more understanding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And why people were doing it.
I don't know.
I think I may have spent like $20 on one. I didn't go crazy
because
like
COD. Remember, COD gate kept maps behind microtransactions.
Did they? See, you know, I played the last one I really played was the one with no Russian.
That's one of the ones because they would release new maps, and in order to get them, you had to pay.
Yeah, but I don't really play online.
That was Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah,
you had to pay for the DLC, and so then they gate kept people because then you couldn't play with your friends, because if your friend was on one of them, had bought it and got placed on one of the new maps, you couldn't play with them.
Mm-hmm.
So COD had a bigger impact because they actually was gatekeeping people behind microtransactions.
Mm-hmm.
You could still. I never touched a single penny of shark cards, and I still enjoyed GTA 5 online.
So I think yes and no. Like sales wise, it's going to do great, obviously, because
it's 100%. It's easily going to be one of the biggest sales.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but do you think people are going to play it as long as they did GTA 5? Like the online part, just because the fact that, you know, people got so sick.
So GTA 5 in its first day of release made $800 million. And it hit $1 billion within 3 days. So that was even before.
Yeah, they made all their money back on pre-order.
Oh yeah, they made.
Yeah, I'm about to say that was before.
Oh, don't get me wrong. People wanted GTA 5.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that it's not going to be. It wasn't popular. I'm just saying on the overall impact of the industry, it didn't do anything.
I get what you're
popular.
Saying.
It was just popular.
I don't know if people are going to play the online as long as they are with 5, because I don't think they want to get back into that same cycle that we're stuck on with 5. How it's been 11 years, 12 years now.
To be honest, people are still playing 5. So
they are, which I don't get it.
White still plays it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
So I don't know.
It's just mindless fun. Honestly,
yeah, true,
if I didn't have to buy it again,
it's free.
I'd play. What?
It's free on PlayStation thingy thing right now.
The PS Store?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just seen it the other day, and I was sitting there and I was like,
120 gigabytes.
I was sitting there and I was like, should I download this? I need something to play.
I might do it because it's mindless. It's just mindless fun.
Yeah.
And honestly, I like the story mode. But
that's what I'm about.
But as a cultural impact, I think it'll be bigger.
I think 6 will be bigger as well.
The reason is because of the way the country is right now.
Yeah.
And how everyone is either like pent up with frustration or wanting to like rage out. And it's like, this is kind of like,
right,
like you said, mindless fun to where I can just ride around and be destructive.
So, onto the story real quick. How do you think the missions are going to be? Do you think we're going to get another mission like by the book?
What's by the book?
If any of y'all don't know what by the book is, it was mission number 27 in GTA 5 where you were Trevor and you were torturing that guy. Do you remember you had to get you needed information?
Oh, yeah.
And Trevor was like, he ripped the dude's teeth out. He tortured him. He was shocking the hell out of him.
Yeah.
They had I think they said in a lot of countries, they actually took that out of the game. And that actually, because when I first did the mission, I didn't really care. I was like, okay, whatever. I actually watched that mission 2 days ago, and I was like, damn, this is kind of,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're really torturing it. Hey, it's a video game, but it was like the man was like really hurting in pain. It's like, and Trevor's just torturing him. Then he throws him on his back. then puts the rag over and dumps the gasoline on them, and like
Yeah.
you know, and like, and I didn't realize like, but that mission and then the one from Modern Warfare about a Russian.
No Russian.
No Russian.
Right there, no, the
Russian.
Russian. Yeah, that's it.
Dude, the first time I played that, I was like, "What am I playing?"
Yeah.
I was
Like, do you think they're going to have missions like that because since the way the world is now, how sensitive?
I'm going to
I
say
think there's a market for it.
I'm going to
Yeah.
say no.
You don't think? Yeah, I don't think so either.
The only reason I think that's going to happen is there are people in government who are already trying to rage against video games.
Yeah.
So something like that can can fuel their campaign against it.
Okay.
So I'm going to say they're going to tone things down a little bit.
Yeah. Like I expect the killing,
So,
but not like that torture like that.
What I would say may happen is stuff like that might still occur, but you won't see it. Like, it'll cut to like outside the warehouse, and
you
you'll
won't
just
actually
hear the screaming or something like
Yeah,
that.
you won't actually do it.
Where your mind is making up what's going on, let alone just
Right.
it outright being shown to you.
Right.
I think stuff like that might be done.
Yeah.
But
Or they could say buck the system and
They could.
make it worse.
they
They
could.
'Cause, I mean, the thing is,
They could.
I don't know if you like. Sometimes I'll be scrolling on TikTok and I'll see people playing like different horror games and stuff
Right.
like that, and they be some of those games. I'd be like, oh, like what are you playing? Like there was one where dude was like getting his fingernails ripped off and then the skin peeled back on his finger, and they're
See,
like
you
showing
just
it.
saying
I'm
that
like,
just made my finger hurt.
yeah. And so I'm like, there's definitely clearly a market for this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if there'll be kind of like, because clearly when they release the game, they're going to say this game is rated mature, mature,
Yes.
mature. They're going to let you know it's mature. But so
You do know people are stupid, right?
yes, that's why I hate
Like-
people.
Like this is still hilarious to me. There was someone when the very first Deadpool movie came out,
They took their kids to see it.
took their kids to see it and went online and complained like, why is this movie out here? There should have been some way I could know that this movie was not for children. Someone literally replied, you mean like the R rating?
Right.
Now I will say, I've been one of those stupid people. Maya was like 2 years old. Me and Jazz is trying to find something to watch on Netflix. We're like, whatever. Let's just throw this little cute kids cartoon on for her. It was called Happy Tree Friends. And
Okay,
anyone
that's
that,
not what I thought it was.
if anyone that has ever seen
I
that
don't know what that
cartoon,
is. I
y'all
don't
know
know.
it's not for kids.
I don't know what that is.
Okay,
I thought you was going to say Sausage Party.
No.
No. This is what Happy Tree Friends looks like.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that looks definitely
Looks like a cute
kid-friendly.
little kid. No,
Like Flapjack.
they be killing each other and all types of like blood and dying, and it is complete. But it looks like a kid's cartoon. So we were like 2 minutes in, and we were like, "Oh snap! What is this?" Like it is literally put under horror.
So back real quick, we're going to GTA in 1 second. Remember how you talking about you said how they were ripping people's fingernails off and shit?
Yeah,
Did you read the Walking Dead comments?
yeah. I read
Do you
the.
remember when Michonne did that to the governor?
S-
Yeah, because if y'all don't know, like,
It's been a while, but yeah, I believe
because
so.
you know how they watered the governor down on TV, obviously. 'Cause,
Yeah,
he was
he was-
raping Michonne. And,
Yeah, they couldn't
and
do all that.
But so whenever she got revenge on him, she did it. She plucked his fingernails off. Then she took the spoon
Mhm.
and gouged his eye out. And all
Yeah,
that
I
stuff.
remember
I don't
that.
remember how he lost it on the TV show, but I know in the comic she like took that spoon and like dug his eye out and all that stuff.
Yeah, because when it first dropped, I was like, oh man, I love this. And then I remember went and reading the comics and I read a little further. Like, that's why I was like excited for like Negan to come and all them. And then all of a sudden I was just like, oh, the show's so boring.
Yeah.
So I fell off of it at that
Yeah,
point.
a lot of
But
people did. But anyway, back to GTA. What type of missions, like other than that, like do you think there's gonna be a lot of water missions because we are in Vice City? Do you think
You got to.
you have a lot of like heavy boat missions?
You got to have boat missions, jet ski missions,
Yeah, I expect the jet
submarine
ski.
missions. You have to.
yeah,
better be a drug smuggling mission. I know that much.
Yes,
know
you
what I
have
mean?
to.
yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Like, because now we got these two characters. Now, are you expecting there's a mission where you'll be the girl and they're going to make you like lead a man on and then she'll kill him, like, you know what I mean, something like that. Like,
I don't know, maybe.
I could see that happen. Like,
I'm just hoping that she feels different to play than him. Like, and I know, like, in the last one, like you said, there, they drove different or may have shot but I want her, like, mechanically to feel different, like maybe more agile,
right,
and to where, like, he's strong, or like fight different. I don't want them to fight the exact same way, stuff like that. I think that would
I want them to bring back some of the RPG elements that was in San Andreas, where you can gain weight or lose weight, or get stronger or get faster. And
just don't bring back them annoying ass girlfriends.
That, and don't bring back those damn construction helicopter missions.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
those used to annoy the crap out. Those and the little the little drone. Those were terrible.
And then anything from like Zero from San Andreas. The little nerdy guy, he was fighting with the Berkeley dude. He had to get in the minigun and shoot all the mini planes in the air.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah, let him get another transmitter. Yeah,
he used to be annoying.
Yeah, curse you, Berkeley. Like, no, I don't want you to. No, those are terrible.
I really hope that there is a major antagonist in this game.
Yes. Because we talked about that before. About 5 didn't really. They had potential, but they didn't really
lean into.
I'm interested to see how it'll play out. I would. I wonder they haven't talked too much about it. Do we know, like, the role that this girl and this guy play together? Do they interact together? Do they, you know what I mean? It'd be nice if you're both trying to take over the city.
And then that would be really cool if you play both of them. They never interact, and then at the end you got to pick a side.
Yeah.
Where you pick a side and they come into conflict with each other, and you have to pick which side you want to take.
Well, from this picture, she's leaning on him. So,
would you like to see Tom? Oh, Dan, never mind. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta. I was gonna say, would you like to see Tommy Vercetti just have like a mission for him? You can do a mission for him, but I forgot the voice actor passed away.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you still have at least a reference to the character.
I agree. It's crazy. Like, even though San Andreas is my favorite GTA, but I think Vice City might have had the best voice cast. But a lot of them have passed away now, though. The main character died. The main villain died. Not Lance, the other one. Sonny Forelli, Tom Sizemore died. Miss Cleo died, because I know she did a voice on there. And I feel like somebody else passed away on there too, though. But the voice cast, Burt Reynolds, he's the one that did you did construction missions for with the helicopter thing. So yeah, but I would like to see them bring back somebody from a past GTA just to do missions for it.
Is there a release date on this shit?
No, that's why I'm not holding my breath. But it's supposed to be this year. So
is it? I thought it was 26.
No, I thought it was this
Grand
year.
Theft Auto 6 still on track for fall of 2025.
They said it was this year, so
that was 24 hours ago.
Yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully, hopefully we have a lot of missions.
Yeah.
I don't like all them side missions, but
the side missions I'm okay with, because they're just mindless fun that you don't have to do to complete the game.
I feel like also the game's cheating you out of it too, because we'll just do a little side mission so we don't have to actually do like another mission. You know what I mean? Like
if you're gonna have like that. If you're gonna have like the racing missions and all that again, make the driving feel smooth.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times I'll be like, I hate the driving. Like, just because it's like I'm crashing into everything, and it's like I can't. You want me to race, and I can hardly make a turn.
Right. I want the heist to be better. I mean, the heists were fine in GTA
I want heist better come back, because those were some
more heists.
Yeah, those were fun.
So when I was thinking, remember you said how the two characters, how are they together or whatever? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking maybe they might do something, like they might be part of a drug deal and shit goes to hell or something, and then maybe they're like, well, what the hell is going on? I was sent by this person, and the other one was sent by that one, and maybe they start working together. But again, we won't know until the game actually comes out.
Right.
But that was my thoughts on the whole GTA thing. So I'm like 50-50 where like it will have a big impact as 5, but I do and I don't. Like I said, as far as like mission wise, because but like with everything, how everything is now, I'm curious to see what type of missions we'll do. Like you say, either they're gonna say the hell with it, we're just gonna do what we want, or we're gonna water it down now.
So here it is. The story follows a criminal duo, Lucia, the series' first female protagonist since 2000, and her male partner. The first trailer depicts Lucia as a prison inmate and later evading custody with her partner.
Okay, so it is. They are together at least.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No, yeah, that's fine. It's
I
just,
expect them to be on a yacht party too somewhere. You know what I mean? Just meeting, doing a mission for somebody that's on a yacht.
then I feel
Got
like
you.
if she's an inmate, then one of the first missions should be breaking her out.
Yeah, it might be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it might be.
Just
I'm okay
getting
with
used
that.
to the control of the game.
Pri-
You just thrown
prison
into a
escape?
whole fight and shoot out and
Or maybe they slow it down a little bit where you got to plot this prison escape. I'd be okay with that.
You know what I would like? I would like when you do the heist and stuff like that. If they have like a few different ways to do each heist. So every time I play the game, it could feel just a little bit different. Like,
I mean, it was like that in 5.
yeah, I know. I'm just, I want you to keep that.
Yeah,
keep
keep that element. Yeah, that's a good element to have.
Do you think that the antagonist will be a woman? Because there hasn't been an antagonist since GTA 3 for a woman, which was Catalina. So do you? Because I think she was the first female antagonist. Obviously, Catalina was. So this is the first protagonist. Do you think the antagonist might be a woman? I mean, I'm open for it. I'm up for it.
It's not necessary.
Yeah.
I think I actually prefer a great woman antagonist over a great male antagonist. Like, it just they feel more devious.
Catalina was nuts.
Yeah,
but like the last good antagonist, you hate the GTA was Dimitri.
GTA 4 was terrible.
Yeah, no, it was not. But Dimitri was a great antagonist.
he's going to die on that hill.
Because it's a true statement. But, GTA 4 was terrible. It was boring. It was slow.
Opening theme was great. Nico was great. Sophie Connection was one of the best opening themes. Anyways, but yeah, but that was really all I got for the GTA though. So if y'all got anything else on it, y'all can add. But that was all I had for the GTA.
But yeah, I think GTA 6 is going to be a bigger cultural impact.
Okay.
Because one, I think, like you said, this is going to be the first GTA female protagonist.
Right.
That's going to strike a chord with a lot of female gamers.
Right.
It's going to piss off a lot of the.
It's woke.
Yeah. piss off the small dick community.
Serve someone out California.
Micro penis is what I like to call them. But
yeah, the small dick community to think everything needs to be cater to them in particular. I also think it's going to be a bigger cultural impact because I could see it pissing off people in Congress to the point where it now transcends into regular news.
Yeah.
Like Mortal Kombat did back in the day.
Back in the 90s, yeah.
Like No Russian did back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like those broke into mainstream news.
I can say this. I think that the best thing to happen for this was Red Dead Redemption 2. Because I think they'll be able to look and be like, look, we were this close to winning Game of the Year.
Yeah.
We had this amazing game. What can we take from that and add to this to make the perfect game?
Right. The only reason they didn't win Game of the Year is because God of War came out that year.
Right.
Red Dead won everything else. And I thought Red Dead should have won Game of the Year that year, but I know a lot of y'all disagreed with me. But it was really neck and neck.
To me, they were 1A and 1B. I didn't honestly care which one. I loved both games.
Spider-Man was the first Spider-Man because they came out that year too. Because Spider-Man was nominated too, and I was like, I doubt if Spider-Man didn't come out that year, Spider-Man could have won Game of the Year.
But I'll say this: if this doesn't feel like Game of the Year, the first couple days it drops, it'll be a huge disappointment to me.
Absolutely,
because we've waited.
How long?
13 years, 12 years. Yeah, like
absolutely.
You better come out with a quality product after making us wait.
Absolutely.
Yes. Especially again after you drop Red Dead, which was a phenomenal game.
Yeah,
absolutely. So I'm interested to see how big they make this. The map.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these random rural areas that be 6 miles long
of nothing.
Sandy shores.
Yeah, just a bunch of nothing. Yeah, they need to fill that in because if you want us to drive through the whole map, we need stuff in between. I know, realistically speaking, there's parts of towns and areas that have nothing there in reality. In a video game, that's not as necessary. If you want to have a sparse area, have it, but make it somewhat smaller.
Yeah, if it was set in Pennsylvania, then sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's in Florida.
With it based
But
in Miami.
I'm saying even still, like if you're going to have sparse areas, have them, but they can't be like they were in GTA 5.
I
Right.
agree.
I'm about to say at least do like swamplands, and
Yeah.
you could still get attacked by alligators or
Right.
Yeah,
some
you
stuff
need
like
something.
that. You know what I mean?
Something going on.
We all thought there was going to be weird because we know because it was Los Santos. It was like, okay, cool. I can't wait to see, San Fierro and Los Venturas. I'm like, where's it at? And then they never put it in there. So I'm definitely hoping they should put another city in this game. Like at least make Tampa or something because Tampa's not that far from Miami.
It's like
Tampa,
it's like a 4-hour
Miami.
drive.
It's a 4-hour drive, but I'm saying, but like on the map, I mean, San Francisco's far from Los Angeles technically, but you put it in GTA San Andreas, so why not just make another city?
That's true. Okay.
Just,
I get what you're saying.
Call it, I don't know,
right across the bridge, like they always do.
Yeah,
like over that
Tampa,
bridge,
but you can call it something else, like Lampa or something. I don't know, but.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm interested to see what kind of like side missions they do too. Like,
yeah, I do want to see them revolutionize the side missions a little bit because there weren't a lot of side missions in GTA 5 that you felt were unique.
No, we're terrible.
Most of them were kind of bland. The only one that sticks out in my mind is when you went to the one guy that was like a drug enthusiast or something, and he had you smoke some weed, and then you kind of were tripping and shooting aliens.
Like,
had you shooting aliens. Like that was different because it was just different from the random, oh, follow that guy. Oh, go kill this person. Like,
yeah.
I just need a little more variety to it.
In San Andreas, when you would sneak in and you would steal the boxes and go and load up the truck real quietly.
Yeah, in the middle of the night. Like, yeah, I don't want to do those missions where Michael was running with that crazy fitness girl in 5. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
You had to chase her on the bike.
Franklin, you skydiving off the freaking FIB building with that dude. No, I don't want to do that.
Also, I want more like robbery places. Like, like I just want to be able to just like, I don't want to do a whole bank heist all the time. Like sometimes I'm just gonna run in this bank real quick, steal a couple dollars, and then get out and have the police chase me. Just something small like that. You know what I mean? Instead
hold up the teller.
Instead of always having to knock over convenience stores and so
okay,
rob the strippers at the strip club. That'd be fun. But you know what? I'm excited to play it, but I might have to, whenever this drop, take a couple days off of work, just focus on playing.
Yeah, this is voice.
What do you mean? You could play at work.
That's true. Well, voice social media too.
Yeah, but I get calls every once in a while.
Yeah, you're in the middle of a heist and you get a call.
A lot less now than I used to.
Yeah,
pause it. But
if you ain't playing, this is
true. This is true.
I'm excited to play it. I'm hoping you definitely. I mean, it's always a Grand Theft Auto thing, but I'm hoping you can like dress your character however you want and not have to be like, oh, this person has this certain style. Like, I'm gonna be rocking the Hawaiian shirts and the white pants.
Hopefully,
I'm in Miami.
Hopefully, the nightclubs are dope.
I want some open toe sandals.
You rocking some Crocs?
No, I'll definitely rock the Crocs if they got them in there.
Hell no.
Comfortable. But
yes, they are.
I want to see what they, like I said before, what kind of new cars they add to it. You know what I mean? See if they got like whatever knockoff of the Bugatti would be considered now. I don't know what
I can't remember what any of their cars were called.
Bring back the Blister Compact.
Did they have one that looked like a Bugatti in 5?
No, I don't know.
I'm about to say I can't remember any of the cars, but
I just rode Franklin's green bike all the time.
I didn't. I usually got me something that looked like a nice old 70 Plymouth Hemi Cuda.
Something slow.
No.
I want more customizations
old school muscle
for the
car.
cars too.
Like
more customizations.
Yeah, definitely do the customization a little bit. I wouldn't mind if they added some stuff like street racing and like drag racing and stuff like that. Just little small things, just to make just to have some fun.
Absolutely.
Make it some way like Red Dead, where you could like wherever you were, you can just call your horse. Yeah, your horse turn around, and your horse is right there. Like, they have my car like that.
They have the car service.
They did?
Leonard's.
Yeah, but you had to like get it and call it. Then you like, I just want to press a button real quick and my car.
You're
showed up.
right.
It's still the same thing. How dare you have to take one more step to get your car delivered to you?
Yes.
My goodness.
I forgot about Leonard's though. I did. So, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. And the whole country is absolutely.
You gonna get it on Xbox, Tim?
Absolutely not.
I still don't understand your hatred for Xbox.
I have a hatred for Xbox.
Huh?
I don't have a hatred for Xbox. Like
You
I
have
think
it. You have a hatred for Xbox.
I don't like the fans. They have an annoying fan base.
I don't like fans of anything.
You're like, oh, you guys got hacked back in 2011, but I have Xbox and I'm better than screw you guys.
What are you talking about? Most Xbox fans are still reeling from the red ring of death.
Oh, well, no, but do you remember when Sony got hacked?
Hey, that happened on my last day of freshman year of college. I was sick.
Oh, it happened to me too.
Do you remember when Sony got hacked in like 2010 or 2011?
No.
Oh, dude, it was the PlayStation Network was shut down for like 4 or 5 months or something off of that.
They was telling us like check our cards and stuff like that.
That might have been before I got
all the Xbox fans, oh, you guys got hacked. We don't get hacked over at Microsoft. We're like, bro, anyone can get hacked. No, we can't because we got Xbox. Like, oh, okay.
Anyone who says that is an idiot.
You got that right, but a lot of people did say that. So,
What's this game set in? Do we know? What year?
I would assume it's going to be.
Yeah, I think it's like current times.
Current time. Okay.
I don't think it's taking a different time frame.
Yeah, I'm about to say because I didn't know if they was going to do like Vice City again and the.
No.
I
think because I think what they're doing is bringing it up to the current times, because the last time we was there, it wasn't current times.
Yeah, it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
And even the prequel before that was even earlier, the Vice City stories.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see like their radio stations and stuff. Like what's interesting to listen
The radio
to.
stations are always interesting.
Well, expect Rick Ross on there.
Yeah, I figured. I was
Ryder.
No, please no.
He's from there. DJ Khaled's going to be.
And he's incredibly popular for some reason.
Yeah, DJ Khaled's going to be on
for
there,
years. I thought WWE was the only thing keeping Flow Rider popular.
They said he sold millions of records.
Yeah, I know.
He's got so much money.
Remember, he used to be like,
get it.
In like 2014, he was like every pay-per-view. They'd be like, thanks, Flow Rider. I'm like, no one's listening to him. And I was wrong.
Right.
Yeah, you were wrong.
Yeah. So, yeah, I actually can't wait to play it.
I can't either.
So,
all right.
We'll see if it climbs to the top of our favorite games ever.
I don't know. That's hard to the top of my list of favorite games ever.
Yeah,
Super Mario World is a fantastic game. I don't know how you could top that game.
Every game that came out after, dude. No, I didn't say Ghost of Tsushima was better. Yes, I did. I think I actually.
You did say that.
I was.
You like Mario 64 better than Mario World?
Yeah, I like Mario 64. Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
Because he could flip.
That was a big
yes.
deal,
because that changes everything.
You could do bat flips. You could swim. We're getting off topic.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Anyway, what y'all want to do first? Talk about the trailer or?
Yeah, we do Fantastic Four trailer.
Yeah, let's talk about the Fantastic Four trailer. This is only going to take a minute.
Yeah. Liked it. Loved it.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool. Didn't spoil anything. It didn't give us too much information. Johnny Storm kind of looked a little weird.
All right, it's got to be me, huh? All right, I'll do it. I think the Thing looks terrible.
See, a lot of people said that, but I don't think he looks terrible.
I think he looks terrible. I don't know what it is. Something with his face. Maybe he's too skinny. I don't know it. But it didn't look. I'm not gonna say terrible. It didn't look.
Like, I think he looked better than he did in the first Fantastic Four movie.
I don't know. I think he looked like he was made of like cornflakes to me. And don't anybody sit there and be like, oh, do you know how hard it is to CGI or to do 3D edit? Yes, I do.
Yeah,
graduated in it.
Went to school for it.
Like, yes, I know CGI, and yes, I know 3D animation. I'm a 3D edit or a 3D artist. Yes, I know how to do it. But
see, I think he looks fine.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say terrible. Didn't look. He looked like a cartoon
The older
And-
one looks worse.
Mhm.
He looks like dried clay.
Red clay.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. It's just, well, but that was what 2005.
Yeah.
We talking about 2025 here.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it just he felt like he looked like a cartoon. Like it didn't look.
See, I just think they're
Like-
never going to get the thing right.
No. Okay, so remember the grayscale in Game of Thrones
Yeah.
when he like had all that. That's what it
Yeah.
should have looked
Yeah,
like to
okay.
me. Like that looked like it was part of him. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I know. Yeah, I can't think of that dude's name. Started with a J.
Baratheon.
But no, I thought it was
No.
Jorai. Jor. It was the one
Jor.
that was loving Daenerys, and he was her advisor.
No, not yeah. I know who you're talking about, but no, not him. It was remember the king that burned his daughter had it.
Oh, Stannis.
Stannis. There you go,
Yeah.
Stannis. Yeah.
Who was a very hated character.
Wasn't he Baratheon? Stannis
Yes.
Baratheon?
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
Robert.
yeah.
Yeah, he was the middle child.
Yeah. Remember he had it, and it was like
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So
right.
like I don't know, but and I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna go see it. It looks great.
Mhm.
I'm probably one of the few people who feel this way. I wish they would have picked someone else for Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, it should have been John Krasinski, but
Yeah, I
agree that I don't think it should have been Pedro Pascal, but now that that's who they chose, he doesn't look terrible.
I'm not saying he looks terrible, and I know he's going to kill the role. He's a hell of an actor. I am just oversaturated with
Pedro Pascal.
For
Yes,
me,
I
I'm oversaturated with him. And then,
that's what happens in the industry. They find their guy, and he gets cast for everything.
Like who was it before Pedro? Was The Rock? The Rock was
yeah,
in everything for
yeah.
a while. Then
The
before
Rock
that, it
was in
Kevin
everything
Hart.
for a while.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart was in everything
Seth
for a
Rogen.
while.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rogen, no, those are
Yeah.
mostly his things.
So
To
me, I'm just a little oversaturated with him. And then, I mean, I do like how they're playing on the family dynamic of them because we really don't need to see the origin story again. We just don't. We all know it by now.
Right.
And
well, I mean, there's a lot of people that don't. We know it, but you got to remember, this is catering to an audience of people who was born after the first movies came out. No one's talking about that reboot that no one likes, so we're just going to skip over that one.
Yeah.
But
the younger generation.
like, think about it. My kids and your kids were born after those movies.
my kids don't have any money. I do.
If they want to see it, they would need to. If you take them, then they're going to be asking you, why is he like that?
But
why are they like that?
But I feel like you can explain it without redoing the entire origin again. Like, look what they did with Tom Holland Spider-Man. We didn't have to fully see everything again. You know what I mean? But it was just like, this happened. Now he's Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean,
but I do like that they're finally, playing the family dynamic of them instead of just, they're a random team of people that got together.
Yeah.
Like, they're playing on the family dynamic.
Yeah.
Marvel's first family.
Yeah. And so
Herbie being in there is wild.
Yeah.
I just think Pedro looks so much older than
The rest of the crew.
than
His wife
Sue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who does the Thing's voice? Because he sounds real familiar, as we were saying. Like, I don't know who, but when I was like, when we watched the trailer, I said, he sounds familiar.
I don't know.
I'm on it now. Let's see. Who is in Fantastic Four? Johnny Storm, Mr. Fantastic, Galactus. Did they not want me to see who?
I don't know.
The Thing is portrayed by Ebon Moss Bachrach. I have no idea who that is.
I've heard of his voice before, though. That sounds like
Ebon Moss Bachrach. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, he sounds.
Oh,
familiar.
is he the? What else is he from? Okay, he's in Crapopolis. I watched that. Bob's Burgers. I watched that. Is he the cousin from The Bear? He is. He's the cousin. You haven't
I
watched
never
The
seen
Bear?
The Bear.
Okay.
That's the cooking show, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Great show, by the way.
That's what I've
Yeah,
heard.
he's the cousin in The Bear.
Yeah, I never seen The Bear.
Let me see what else.
I'm looking at his whole thing and like
I don't know what else he's
I'm looking at all these things. I'm like, I've never watched any of these movies.
Yeah. Yeah, but he was
TV
great.
shows.
He was great in The Bear.
He was in the Punisher series. He was David Lieberman. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness. Yes. He was in Punisher.
Okay.
That's where I know him from.
He was in The Punisher as who?
David Lieberman. He was the guy that the government set up to make it seem like he was stealing secrets. So he was the one that was in hiding
Okay.
that found John Bernthal was like, I need your help.
Okay, yeah.
Him.
Okay, got you. Yep. Female Silver Surfer. Any thoughts on it?
I mean, I know that female Silver Surfer exists in the comic books. I'm not familiar. I never read any of the ones with her in there, so I'm okay with it. Yeah. And you're going to have a whole bunch of people that don't know that will sit there and be like, "Oh, you're pandering." No, motherfucker, she already existed.
Right.
Yeah, but there's a I can't remember her name, but there's another name for her in the comics, which she does the exact same thing as the Silver Surfer. In some of the comics, I'm blanking and I cannot remember the name, but yeah, no, I have no problem with it. I know people are going to complain. I am excited to see Galactus.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because we all know what we got in the other Fantastic Four movie when Galactus showed up. Yeah. It was a cloud.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah.
But the one thing I'm hoping for, and I know Tim is going to be against this, is I hope we are introduced to Robert Downey as Doom.
I'm assuming that's going to happen because they're just so linked.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I feel like you have to do it.
I'm just curious on how they're going to pull that off.
Well, this Fantastic Four is from a different universe.
You're right.
Okay, I thought they were just from a different time.
They say universe from what I remember reading a little bit about this. Maybe, I don't know, but I thought it was universe. So
and like, don't get me wrong, like I don't have a problem with Robert playing Doom. I just felt it was a desperate move.
I feel it was a move just to grab attention,
but it was desperate.
I need to know how this is going to work out.
Yeah, they definitely could have put somebody else.
Are they going to just ignore that he looks like Tony Stark, or are they going to lean into like Tony? No,
right.
Tony.
Or just use makeup.
But then if they do that and they make it show that he doesn't, basically they ignore that it's the same actor, then that screams desperation to me about Marvel.
Right.
They're doing it. They did it literally for the shock factor and nothing else.
Yeah.
When there's plenty of...
The guy that plays Johnny, he looks weird. I'm sorry.
That's what I said. There's just a lot of great actors out there.
Yeah.
That could have played Doom.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know who, but I agree.
Like there's a lot of... I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but there's a lot of great actors out there that could have played Doom and done incredible jobs. But bringing in Robert Downey Jr. just causes the most shock value, newsworthy. But I'm just like, I need to see how it turns out, because that's the one thing I'm iffy on. Because I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, he's an actor. You got to act.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying it just seems like a ploy on Marvel's part to try to keep him involved, because they know he would bring them money,
Right,
Mhm.
right.
as opposed to saying, "Hey, let's find a great actor that can pull this off."
Gotcha. Yeah.
Makes sense.
We'll see.
But yeah, he has to show up, at least be mentioned in the Fantastic
Yeah,
Four movie.
absolutely.
I'll say this: all the things that I said about this are not going to stop me from going to go see it.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm still going to see it.
I'm going to go see it.
I'm going to see it.
I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, this looks terrible right away. I'm not, unless it's something that, like Madam Web,
That movie looked terrible.
or
Morbius.
oh my dude, Morbius. I watched Morbius. Me and Jazz watched it, and 10 minutes later, we was sitting there, and I was like, Jazz, do you remember any part of that movie? And she's like, no. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. And you said that a couple episodes ago. You said they need to stop just making all these shows about all these characters. Let them be villains.
Yes.
Yeah, like we don't need a Madam Web show. We don't need a Morbius show,
No.
movie or whatever. So
Yeah. And I'm, let Doom be a villain.
correct.
Don't be like, oh, Doom's trying to help people. No.
No. Let him be great.
Yeah. So, but I am, it looked good.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
solid.
I'm just, nitpicking.
I still know nothing, honestly.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it is.
Yeah, I was,
Cool.
I was nitpicking, obviously, but who is playing Sue? Who is that?
I don't know.
She look young.
Definitely compared to Pedro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, he's playing a great Joel on Last of Us. In this series.
He was great as Joel.
Yeah, he was. He is. Will be.
Vanessa Kirby. Oh, she doesn't look young right there.
Yeah, she doesn't have one picture. She does.
How old is
she's
she?
36.
Huh.
That's a hard 36.
Well, she looks young in the movie.
I've never heard of her. She playing a.
Yeah, I never heard of her either. I'm looking
Alright.
at some
Oh,
stuff.
she was in Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, I stopped after like 6 or something.
Oh, see, I
just,
saw that movie though. I did see that one.
I struggled.
I thought that one was okay.
I stopped after
struggled with all Fast and
7.
Furious movies.
I stopped after 7 actually.
I think I watched. Me and Jazz made it through like 30 minutes of like 9, and
I didn't get to 9.
when Vin Diesel turned his car into Tarzan, we were like, done.
That's it. Yeah.
Like the whole bridge was gone, and he hit like a link,
Right.
and it carried his car all the way across the river. I was like, no, we're done here. Oh, she was in Jupiter Ascending.
Never watched that.
Don't.
All right, take the word for it.
Visually, it is one of the most stunning movies you'll ever see. It has zero story. It's so bad.
Don't.
Yeah.
He was quick on that one.
Yeah.
Don't.
No.
Don't you dare.
It is. But like the costumes and everything for the movie, the special effects, it was great. The movie was absolutely terrible. Channing Tatum and Mila Kunis. So, yeah.
All right. Well, the next.
Uh,
Or the live action for anime.
yeah. What anime would you think would work well in a live action?
Samurai Champloo.
Yes.
I think that'd be really good.
Great sword fights.
Right. Great sword fights. You don't need you don't need no big power scaling or nothing like that. You know how you feel about that.
Mhm.
But get a good hip hop soundtrack. Obviously you gotta find the people that will play Mugen Jin and what's that girl's name? Fu? That was her name? The girl's name? Fu?
I believe so.
I think it
Was it Fu? Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you I'm terrible with
that's
anime
right.
characters.
Mugen
Man.
Jin and Fu, I believe. But no, I think that would I think that'd be a good live action one.
Okay.
Yeah, I would be okay with that.
I'm gonna say Tokyo Revengers.
There's actually a movie.
There is?
Yes,
well,
it's
that was-
Japanese only. I watched it.
How was it?
It wasn't terrible.
I'm gonna say it should be hard to like mess that up. Then,
It wasn't.
right?
It wasn't terrible. It was on the same level, like because there's a few that dropped that were okay.
Right.
Like there was a Rurouni Kenshin ones that wasn't
I
bad.
seen that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tokyo Revengers one was kind of along that line. But yeah, it wasn't terrible, but I don't remember much of it. I remember watching it off of some website somewhere, but it does exist already.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll change it to Windbreakers then, which is similar, but
Was it better than
More
the Double
fights.
Dragon movie?
The Double Dragon movie was fucking terrible.
I know. I was making with Tokyo. Okay.
I said Tokyo Revengers wasn't bad, so that unequivocally makes it better than a movie that was fucking terrible.
the Death Note movie pissed me off.
See, I never watched Death Note.
Don't watch the live action, and you know that.
Well, if I'm going to watch anything, I'm going to watch the anime before I watch the
Absolutely.
live action.
should, it's good. Well, you can watch it. Well, the first half of it is
Remember
good.
back when you had enough of Todd Haley, he did the Death Note dip. He's like, you know what? I can't take it anymore. I was like, yo, you need to stop it. I can't take it no more.
But for me, I can always go with something easy like Hajime no Ippo.
Yeah.
That's an easy choice. It's just a boxing thing.
Right.
Starring Jake Paul.
Absolutely not. Man, his face.
Don't you ever disrespect my favorite anime like that. Put them in the same words.
I love Ippo.
Ippo is fantastic. We could always go that and Haikyuu and those type of things, but I want to go something a little more fantastical than that. I could see Rise of the Shield Hero being done well in a live action.
That wouldn't be bad.
That wouldn't
That wouldn't be bad at all.
Rise of the Shield Hero in live action, I think, could end up being pretty decent.
Pretty decent.
Did any of you watch the season 2?
No.
No, I only watched.
Hold on, 2? I think I did see 2. Because there's like 3 or 4 seasons now, right?
There's 3. Yeah.
I think I saw season 2.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I can't remember.
Don't.
There it goes again. Don't.
No, it actually it started slow. It got a little bit better closer to the end. But I know my wife would love this. Kekaguri.
I don't know what that is.
It's this right here. She's like, she goes to this school, but they're like gambling.
Okay.
It's like a school full of like gamblers. And of course it's an anime, so it goes completely off the rails with the stuff they're gambling, and it like people end up like being like house slaves and all because they owe so much money, and it goes crazy, and
She looks evil.
it starts. She's actually great, but it starts with like, of course they're just gambling on like stuff that like makes sense, and then it gets like bigger, and there's like, you know, there's like a tower, and they're like, oh, it turns every so often, and you got to pick a door, and if you walk out, you die. It like goes to like that. So it like goes off the rails, but it's a great anime. It's on Netflix. Something quick to watch. I'm also say something like, I know y'all haven't seen it, but like Shangri-La, to where you can do the whole live action of when he's in the real world and he's interacting with people.
Right.
And then when he lays down to play the game, then it could be just like full CGI because it's a game.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, you can lean into that.
yeah, you can get away with something like that to where,
Make it fully animated when he's in game and then live action when he's out.
right. So,
It can work.
something like that would be cool. Or I don't know. I watched a crap ton of anime, and usually they're like so far fetched to be like, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So
That's why I try to keep it something simple, like, you know, that's not like blowing up planets. Or...
Dororo wouldn't be bad in live action.
you know what? I was sitting here thinking about that, but I'm like, they could really mess up Hakimaru. Like,
they can mess up
badly.
anything.
Like, yeah.
true.
They can mess up anything, but it can be done well.
Yeah.
Right.
See, the problem with, and I think I've said this before, the problem with anime live actions is you can't change a character in anime and still keep that same character. Like, you can't change anything about them because there's only one source coming from the anime. So for like comic book movies, you can be like, okay, well, I could take this version of Iron Man, that version of Iron Man, and that version of Iron Man, and I can make my own Iron Man.
Right.
And he still be Iron Man.
Yeah.
There's only one version of these anime characters. So when you change any little thing about him, it changes the entire character.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it goes wrong with anime live actions, because you can't take writer, creativity or writer liberties. Yeah, there you go. And with these characters, because then it's no longer that character.
Yeah.
So for instance, and I know a lot of people enjoy the Netflix Last Airbender. I hated it.
I didn't watch
Absolutely
all of it.
hated
I saw
it.
some of it.
I didn't hate it as much. The fights were dope, so I didn't hate it as much as the M. Night Shyamalan. I still refuse to watch any movie when I see his name on it because of the way he did The Last Airbender.
Yeah, that movie was terrible.
But like even the Netflix one, I'm like, they changed them to where they no longer feel like them characters.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the times they try to do that in live actions and stuff like that. And it's like, you can't, because there's only one version of that character, you can't change them or alter them and still think you're keeping that same character. And I think that's what goes wrong a lot of the times.
Okay.
So it's like you have to go one for one, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think there's a few. I'm trying to think of like ones that would be exciting, that you can really see. That's why I said Windbreakers, because they're fights, but they're just high school kids just throwing hands.
My favorite one that I think I would like to see done live action would be Dororo.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. Yeah,
Dororo would be great live action.
Yeah. There was another one that came out around that time. What was it called? Hero. It was real close to Dororo.
I don't know.
Doro. Yeah, Doro.
Oh, I did see like
this
pop up, but I never watched it.
It was a pretty good anime. I would love to see it with like the 90s Mario movie graphics.
That movie was terrible too.
With John Leguizamo.
That movie was terrible too.
It was absolutely awful.
Still better than the Double Dragon movie.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's better than Double Dragon.
Dude, I watched Annihilation at work the other day. That movie was terrible.
I remember going to the movies to see that. That was
That
so.
movie was so bad.
Jack, wish I had these babies back in high school.
Oh,
Oh my lord, so
That movie
bad.
was so
Shao Kahn was terrible. It was
showed up, was just like, oh, this is a new style. What?
rated.
Rated.
It's a whole different person.
Like,
Yeah. New Lord. It's not you. It's not Christopher Lambert. I don't even know who this guy is.
Sindel screamed, and the screams went this way. The walls were over here, and they blew out this way. I was like, that don't make no sense.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not how anything works.
That's
Matara
the
was
physics
ter-
ain't physics.
Yeah.
The Matara was bad. The animality fight was awful.
Duh.
The whole thing was just. Sonya
whole-
was terrible. Like the
that
whole
whole
thing
movie
was
was
bad.
terrible.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah,
All
so-
around bad.
Yeah, I just think just the simple fact of, writers taking liberties is what ruined majority of
Yeah.
anime live action movies. It
Yeah.
just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Or they're giving the job to people who don't know or appreciate the source material.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's a big problem.
Yeah.
Like the Dragon Ball movie,
Evolution.
yes, was so fucking terrible. You could tell that whoever wrote it or directed it had only a passing idea of what the fuck was going on in Dragon Ball
the
Z.
director apologize years later or something? How bad that movie was or something? I remember something like that. Like the director or someone that they did.
I
did
know-
they did like an apology to. The
I know
fans.
the actor who played Goku did an apology.
That someone didn't apologize. They knew because they knew it was hot garbage.
That movie was fucking terrible.
At least they got the names right, unlike M. Night Shyamalan.
No, they didn't.
What?
The Uzaru.
It's better than my name is Ong. Uncle Ero.
They messed up all the names. I didn't watch. I
Yes.
refused to watch that movie.
I went to the theater to see it.
Oh God, you spent money?
Me and Jazz were there opening night. We were excited.
They was ready.
Oh man, boy, were you disappointed?
Oh man, there was kids crying. Like he made kids cry. I also think you could do. I don't know if y'all ever seen Dr. Stone.
Yes,
That
that's
was
a good movie.
I can see that.
I saw the first season, maybe the second.
Yeah, I can see like something like that, or
Yeah, because you like science, so that you really do you like that stuff. So.
you know what? It'd be a little creepy, but Hunter x Hunter.
They'd have to ease up on the creepiness of Hisoka.
Yeah, no boners. Getting excited. Yeah,
you're turning me on.
Yeah, he's attracted to power.
Yeah, but
they should lean into that instead of making it sound like that he's getting turned on by a kid.
Yeah, but he kind of explains that, but people just
the way
ignore
he explains it. It comes across really fucking creepy.
It is, but he's not looking at 12-year-old Gon like that. He's looking at what Gon's max potential.
If he was just to say, "You're going to be a great fight in the future. I can't wait to kill you." It explains
that is
everything.
what he said though.
But no, he also said stuff like, "Oh, Gon, don't look at me with those eyes.
Yeah.
It's turning me on."
I mean, he's
like they'll have to ease.
Orochimaru left a hickey on Sasuke's neck.
Orochimaru was just as bad. Don't get me wrong.
No comment.
No, I'm not defending Hisoka, but he did in the manga get married to Illumi. So, but they're married with the
understanding
stipulation of killing each other.
They're going to kill each other.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
So,
or anything else?
I don't know. I'm trying to. Yeah, I think that's a.
They already did a Cowboy Bebop, right?
Yeah,
they did a show. Yeah,
they did that.
That's not hard
to watch it.
I think I watched an episode or two.
Yeah. Oh, Black Lagoon might be a bad one.
Yeah, you could definitely do Black Lagoon.
You definitely do Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad at all.
You know what? Just to see Agame got killed, I would love to see that, just to traumatize a whole new generation of people. I don't know if y'all have ever watched it. I would suggest it.
Oh my goodness, I'm reading something about fucking Dragon Ball Evolution. Akira Toriyama said he told them this movie's not going to be good, and he gave them suggestions, and they had confidence and didn't listen to him.
But you know what?
Wow.
That's why the One Piece live action is working so well.
Because they're listening to
They're listening, yeah. And like that's what you need to do. Yeah. And honestly, and I think that's why
you cannot ignore the person who wrote it.
Right.
That's what they did for the Netflix Avatar too.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's the one thing you can't do.
Mm-hmm.
You can't ignore the person who wrote it. If he's saying, "Hey, this ain't right. You need to fix this," you should listen.
Agreed.
Obviously, he knows what he's talking about since he made it successful.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't know. I would say I would love to see more in the future, but they've been so bad lately. I don't know, but
yeah,
whatever.
What about Golden Boy? You ever see Golden Boy?
I have not.
I haven't either.
It's in the mid-90s. It was 6 episodes. About it's very perverted though, but it could be done. But a lot of people might get offended because how perverted he was in the anime. But it's one of the best dubbed animes. But it's only 6 episodes. But it is hilarious.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, it's only 6 episodes. Don't let your kids watch it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the boys. Yeah. But it's really only 6 episodes. But it is ridiculous and hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, it's on Crunchyroll.
Yeah. And make sure you watching it. You know, I'm always sub over dub, but this one you have to watch in dub.
You know what? I'm not. I more or less watch sub because I watch a lot of them new.
Yeah.
But to me, it really don't matter. Like, it's like we started Ippo dubbed, and then we got to a point to where it was no longer dubbed, and we're like, well, yeah, continue sub. You know, so
See, I wasn't a fan of the dub. I didn't like Takamura's voice.
I don't think I ever heard it in dub. I didn't
It
straight.
wasn't
I always
that
did
bad to me.
straight sub. But only thing I watched dub is like Golden Boy, Yu Yu Hakusho, and Samurai Champloo.
It's just there's certain ones that it just has
Yu
to
Yu
be done
Hakusho's
with.
better dubbed.
Yu Yu Hakusho
Yeah.
is better dubbed. Full Metal Alchemist is better
Yes.
dubbed. Dragon Ball Z is better dubbed. But
Dragon Ball Z, I think is close.
not to me.
You can go either way. I don't. Yeah.
I prefer Dragon Ball Z dubbed, not subbed. But yeah, that's about all I got.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm adding that to my thing now. There we go. I'm added to my watch list on Crunchyroll. I'll watch it later. So, trash takes?
Indeed.
All right.
Way to start it off, Tim.
All right. It's two little quick ones. One, when y'all do the Snapchat thing, y'all put on a date, kind of nervous when you've been with the person for 10 plus years. Stop doing that. All right.
I don't know what
Please.
you're talking about.
I know you don't, but you'll see they'll be like on a date. They'll take a picture of the date and they'll be like on a date, kind of nervous. And it's like, it's your wife. Stop doing it. Nobody cares. Okay, stop, please.
I like the girls that'll like post the dude on the date and then they'll put like a sticker over his face. They'll be like, bro, if you got to post a sticker over his face, then you're not really with him.
No, facts. But that's all I got for that one. The second one here is the one I really want to talk about. I hate to say it, Q, and all my millennials. Rugrats is not a top 3 Nicktoon. It is not as great as y'all think it is.
What?
Well,
You mother!
it's not. Can you name? Look.
Yes, I can name it. I'll name whatever you want me to
Okay.
name about Rugrats.
Okay, it goes Doug.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh,
No.
yes.
No.
yes.
No.
It goes
As
Doug.
much as I love Doug, no.
It goes Doug.
No.
Rocco's Modern Life.
No.
Hey Arnold.
No. Okay.
Yes.
I'll give you Hey Arnold. I love Rocco and I love Doug. They're not top 5.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're
Doug,
not.
It goes. Yeah,
No, they're not.
It goes Doug.
No, they're not.
Rocco.
Rocco wasn't even 4 kids.
Iron Monsters and Rocket Power. You can do whatever.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Look, you can't.
I'll give you Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold's a great show. Rugrats is right there with it.
No.
Rugrats is right there with it.
No.
You're
Yes.
you're insane.
No. You can't.
Doug?
There is no
Doug?
memorable episodes of Rugrats other than the Mega Diaper Babies. There's Hey
Doug?
Arnold has so many. Hey Arnold has so many.
Doug?
Yeah,
I love
absolutely.
Doug,
Hold on.
but
Yeah.
better than Rugrats?
There's no memorable episode of
Killer
Rugrats
Tofu. Come on, Mega Diaper Babies.
when they were the superheroes
Yeah,
with Dotted Line Girl and all
that's
that.
it. And Susie versus Angelica. Other than that, it's the same thing.
What do you
Granddad
mean?
is asleep. Hey there, Sprout.
When they was trying to get away from the Sunbird.
No. There's
What
not
is
that
you?
many
What is
memorable
we talking
episodes,
about here?
man.
What is we talking
It's
about?
saying Granddad's asleep. We get out the playpen.
Phil and Drew,
Oh,
Stu and Drew fighting all the time about stupid stuff.
The one was funny. I think it was Tommy's first birthday party. They were doing the hand puppet thing. And they were arguing.
Mhm.
That was, but
Bro, come on.
Doug has more memorable episodes.
No.
Hey
No.
Arnold has
No.
way more.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, Hey Arnold, come on, Gerald.
I
Phil.
told you, I'll give you Hey
Mr.
Arnold.
Wynn,
Hey Arnold's
Christmas.
one of my favorites. I'll give you Hey Arnold. Rugrats, you're insane, bro.
Oh,
You're insane.
man.
Insane.
Rocket Power is better.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
No. Not at all.
Yes.
Not at all.
And Our Real Monsters is better.
All Real,
No.
no.
Yes.
All Real Monsters was great. It
I
is
love
not better.
All Real
It is
Monsters,
not
but better than Rugrats?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I ain't like that one. That
No.
motherfucker-
When
that's
they was
great.
trapped in the when they was trapped in the greenhouse,
Oh.
or when Tommy went over Chucky's house and Chucky was a hypochondriac.
Oh.
And remember, he was mad. He's like, "You got the fireman at the police station. You got the fire truck at the airport. Like, what is you talking about here? Like, I could go Rugrats episodes all
No.
day. They're not,
No.
man. If you would have said Courage the Cowardly Dog sucked, I'd agree with you. But no,
Courage the Cowardly Dog doesn't suck.
It doesn't
sucked.
suck.
It sucked.
but-
It doesn't
Now,
suck.
that only had one memorable episode,
the
and that
Goose
was
God?
Return to Slide.
No, Goose
Return to
God-
Slide is the only thing anyone remembers from
Nah,
Courage
the
the Cowardly
Goose
Dog. That
God.
show sucked.
The Goose God was great.
That show sucked.
That show doesn't suck.
That show
That show was great.
sucked.
Show does
Goose
not
God, was it the mole? The
Rugrats-
mole
Rugrat-
thing?
Matter of fact, Rugrats is top 2, and it ain't 2.
No, it's no, man. I named the 5 ahead of it.
No, you're
Yes.
crazy.
Angry Beavers
Doug,
was bad
I
too.
like Doug. 90% of Doug's episodes were boring as hell.
Yes.
No.
It was boring as hell. Him, oh, Patty. No.
I feel for Doug.
And then on top of that, the Doug, when they got to high school, was terrible.
We're not talking about Disney Doug. We're not talking about Disney's Doug.
Terrible.
We're not talking about Disney's Doug. We're talking about Nickelodeon Doug. We're not talking about Disney's Doug.
Crazy.
No, man.
You're crazy. Remember they went to the car wash in Rugrats and they had the windows down? Bro, I can go Rugrats episodes all day, man.
Nah.
You're tripping.
I am not tripping. Not tripping.
You're wild.
You're wow.
How?
Rugrats is top tier,
The Clan of the Duck.
No. No. But that's my trash take. So yeah.
That's a trash take.
That is a terrible trash take.
Well,
that take is
because
terrible.
y'all both looked at me like y'all.
No.
That is a terrible trash take.
Great take. Bang.
No. I'm upset. I don't even want to go.
that trash take is absolutely horrible.
You want me to go, Malik?
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right. My trash takes for all the anime nerds out there. I don't even think y'all gonna argue with me. You're probably gonna agree with me, if anything. A lot of you don't watch enough anime to talk about what a trash anime is. And the reason I say that is because I seen a video where some dude was at a con and he's asking people, what's the worst anime ever? Some dumbass said Yu Yu Haka. I'm like,
he needs to be shot.
Somebody euthanize him. Shame on your family. Shame on your cow.
Shame.
Of course, you got all you losers that be like, One Piece, Naruto, Bleach. You don't watch enough anime to know what a terrible anime is.
And the ones that say that are the ones that love Dragon Ball Z, and you can tell them nothing's wrong about Dragon Ball Z.
Even people that be like Dragon Ball Z. None of these are terrible. And I seen somebody say Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the best anime ever.
No.
Yes.
No. It's not even better than Attack on Titan, but
I haven't completed Attack on Titan, but I certainly like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I say this
better.
while wearing an Attack on Titan shirt. But here's all I'm saying is, if you're saying something like that and it's popular, you're just talking to talk. There are really, really bad anime. Platinum Inn was the equivalent of watching a live abortion. That's how bad this show was. And anybody that watched it will tell you it is the worst thing ever. Y'all laughing, but I'm dead serious. This show, it visually, I was like, as soon as I seen it, I was like, oh man, I can't wait to watch the show. Jazz is like, oh, can't wait to watch it. We like, oh man, it's the creator of Death Note. This show's gonna be great. It was awful. I would have rather watched Two Girls, One Cup again than ever watch that.
Why did you bring that back to my
again?
Why?
You watched it?
I was in college when it came out. Yes.
You never seen it?
No.
I was in college when it came out. Everyone was sending it around.
I watched it twice, and I was
twice.
I seen it twice.
Twice is crazy.
I watched it twice.
Twice is crazy.
Yeah.
You watch it twice.
Cause you know, like, I saw it, and then I think I showed someone else, so it was just like,
No, twice is insane.
Twice?
Wow.
Somebody said that wasn't actually real shit. They
But
said that was.
I don't care.
matter.
Yeah, but
I don't care.
I was like, bleh,
But I would rather watch that than Platinum Inn. That's how bad this anime was. There's another one that's called Sarazami or whatever. Me and Jazz tried to watch. Just a synopsis, these dudes turn into like kappas or whatever they're called. They kind of look like frogs. And they're trying to find these orbs to put up their butt. Exactly. Awful anime. Completely. These are bad animes. And then there you got people that's like, Yu Yu Haka. Shut up. I watched the anime a few months ago where the person died and became a vending machine.
Oh, wow. And the crazy thing is, Yu Yu is one of them animes that if somebody wants to watch something that's over 100 episodes, I would recommend them to watch Yu Yu.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, these people who say this stupid stuff, you haven't watched enough anime if you think some of these are bad anime.
Yeah, right. They just hate the fan
Like,
base.
I get it. You may not like something. That's okay. You don't have. I've seen people. My Hero. No, it's not. You may not like it, and that's okay. That's your right to not like it. But to say it's the worst, you don't watch enough anime. Like for me, I haven't gotten into Tokyo Ghoul. Heard it's great.
I haven't watched it.
I tried to watch it a few times. So I just say I haven't. I just say I haven't watched enough to judge it. I've attempted to watch Mob Psycho 4 times now.
I love Mob Psycho.
But here's the thing. You will never hear me say it's bad because it's entertaining. It's just the times that I be watching it, it doesn't allow me to continue watching it. Like, I'll put it on at night when I'm not doing anything.
Right.
And then I'll fall asleep and wake up 4 episodes later and be like, oh, crap.
Yeah, I missed.
And then I don't go back and watch it. So, again, from what I've seen, I enjoyed it. But I can't sit here and be like, oh, I've started it 4 times. It's a terrible anime.
Yeah.
No.
Mob Psycho 100 is great.
Yeah.
Protect Mob at all
But that's
costs,
what I'm saying. I'm not.
Even though Mob was.
But you see how easy that is for me to be like, yeah, you know what I mean? I've tried it. I didn't fully get into it. But, so for instance, last year sometime, there was an anime, Fearin'. Me and Jazz started it. We were like, this anime is boring as hell.
Right.
Didn't want to watch it. I'm like, this is boring as hell. Turned it off.
Mikhail loves Fearin'.
Kept seeing everyone post about it. Everyone, oh, this is the best anime. This is the best anime. I'm like, what the hell were y'all watching? Some dude was like, hey, he was like, how many episodes did you watch? I was like, 3. He was like, the first 4 episodes are the intro. He said, make it to episode 5 and then judge it. So I was like, okay. Watched episode 5. I was hooked from that point on. And I was like, it went from, me and Jazz were sitting there looking at each other and we like, why didn't we continue watching this? When it was over, I was like, this is one of the best anime I've ever watched.
Sometimes you just gotta give something a second chance because, sometimes you do. Like Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, that took me like 3 times to get into it. And I know everyone loved it from the beginning, but also I wasn't watching it because I was just pretty much trolling Darren because I was like, you need to watch Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm like, no, why? Because you keep bashing One Piece, even though I know you're a fan. And so he kept asking me to watch it. I wouldn't do it. And then my friend Money was like, I get what you're doing, but you're actually only disservicing yourself because you're not watching the anime because the anime is really good.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people love to hate popular things, but it's a lot like, if something's popular, it's usually because it's good.
It's good.
And yeah, you can hate the fan base, you can hate whatever, but to be like, oh, it's the worst, like, are you insane? It wouldn't be insanely popular. Notice, neither of you have ever heard of Platinum Man, have you?
No.
Or that other one, Sesame, I can't even remember the freaking name of it. I had to freaking look it up because I couldn't remember the name. Like,
right. Because
they were terrible. That's a real terrible anime. They were really, really bad.
Right.
Like, like Jazz used to be like, we used to call it the frog poop anime because like they would like, I don't know, like they were like transforming and they would come out like an egg coming out of the frog or whatever. And we're like, this is the stupidest thing ever. So like those are real bad anime.
Yeah.
That's I'm just tired of you anime community people saying stupid stuff.
Isn't that Black Anime Nerd Group?
Any group.
Okay.
Any group. And no, the band group isn't too bad. They do say it's that EJOBN. I don't mess with that group.
Oh, okay.
No, okay.
Yeah. Right. That's it.
All right, my turn. This may piss off a whole group of people. Black people. Black Panther's not the best MCU movie. It's not even close to the top.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say it was the best.
A lot of people says their favorite.
I can see it being the best solo movie.
It's not even the best solo movie.
I know what your favorite one is, but
what's the best solo movie?
Winter Soldier.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Winter Soldier's the best Marvel movie, period.
I have Infinity War above it.
Infinity War is actually better than Endgame. A lot of people will disagree with that one.
No, it is.
No, that's why I said
Infinity War was better than Endgame.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people will say Endgame had one great moment, the end. The big fight at the end. Everything else before it was kind of like, okay, whatever. Infinity War was cool, but most of it just showed how stupid a lot of those people were.
Star-Lord,
Wanda, Steve, Captain America. We don't want to kill fucking
Vision.
Vision said, "Kill me."
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
kill me.
But I mean, I can understand it from Wanda's standpoint.
Yeah.
I can understand it from Wanda's standpoint, but he's like, "Kill me. You have to do it."
I get that, but
Kill
why
me.
would Wanda want to lose her vibrator?
Man, get this man out of here, please. But no, like if Daryl was Vision, would you kill Daryl to save the world?
I ain't killing Jazz for nobody. Fuck that.
That's what I'm saying.
We
like,
all gonna die.
Yeah, no.
I ain't killing my wife. We gonna
Yeah.
find something else.
Yeah,
Figure
no.
something else out.
But
That's what I'm saying. I understand
but
it from
that's
Wanda's
what I'm saying. From
standpoint.
Wanda's standpoint, that's what I'm saying. I get it too. But there were so many points where they could have done something different,
right.
and they didn't. Mostly because they just didn't want to sacrifice anything.
Yeah.
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord's just an idiot. I think
Yeah.
we can all agree on that.
Where's Gamora? Gamora was willing to sacrifice herself.
Yes.
Like, there were so many people that just weren't willing to sacrifice.
But
And that's the reason why he won, was because he was willing to sacrifice whatever.
Well, then he had to sacrifice Gamora because he said he already did it once.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it
but
again.
Star-Lord, in the sense of sacrificing Gamora, is the same as Wanda and Vision. Like, he loved her. You would, like, shooting her in the face, that's crazy. Like,
I agree, but there's still other areas where people could have done stuff. Like,
I feel like they could have erased her memory.
Yeah. Like, there's other tactics that could have taken place. The whole fight with Thanos on Titan.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many. They showed it's possible to cut off a person's hand with the Doctor Strange tunnels. They did it in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
They cut off his one guy's hand when he tried to jump through the portal.
Yeah, but he ain't Thanos.
But still,
right.
You catch him off. You distract him, just like how they were distracting him with Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man. Yeah.
When Spider-Man was kind of
magic kick, with the
just do that. Open up a portal right around his hand. Close that sumbitch real quick.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Yeah, I mean,
problem solved.
Well, they had the damn glove off, but stupid Star-Lord screwed the whole thing up.
But you also have to understand, Doctor Strange saw thousands of universes.
Yes.
Only one did they win. So they probably tried all that in the other universes.
But that's writing.
I know.
Yeah.
Because you mean to tell me if I kill Thanos, he still wins? No. You kill Thanos.
They killed him and he came back.
And Thor fucked up too.
Thor fucked up.
Yeah.
Hulk could have got his shit together.
But I mean,
yeah, Lord.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it showed that for the majority, they're human.
Yeah.
It gave them a weakness, and there was legit a point to where you're like, hold on, Thanos is going to win.
Yeah.
And I mean, to me, I prefer that to
I'm glad. I'm happy it went that way because it was such a shock, because every person goes into a superhero movie thinking the hero's going to win.
Right.
You just shook everybody to their core, because this was the big movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is the big Avengers movie. We're going to get everybody. They're definitely fucking winning now. Nope. So I'm not saying it was bad.
It was when we talked about villains, Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
I get what he was doing. It made sense. And
what
it was
make
right.
Sense?
Huh?
Right.
What he did was make sense.
But
make sense.
He went about it the wrong way.
Because
And
honestly, his plan was short-sighted. Because what he did is, I'm going to take away half of the population of every living being.
Right.
Mhm.
And that'll create food surplus, so on and so forth. Yes. But it's eventually going to get back to where it was.
Well, he said Gamora's planet has been thriving ever since he did that.
Yeah, but for now,
Well, yeah, obviously.
that's what I
it's
mean.
Gonna,
For now,
but I mean,
but
if it helps
eventually,
generations, then.
but he's not solving the problem.
But I
He's just
think-
pushing it down the road.
But and that's the only thing you can do, because I seen people that was like, well, why didn't he just double the resources? And I'm like, greed. Do you know how greed works?
Like this, this is the same thing that I had, the issue that I have with the Attack on Titan thing. Because now I didn't finish Attack on Titan, so something that came later could explain what I'm about to say. But he was saying that I'm going to basically use this power of the Titans to kill everyone who can turn into Titans. Why not? If you have the power to just make them all just die, or what was it? Or make them unable to have babies or something like that. Yeah. If you have the power to make them not able to reproduce, just magically, just make them unable to turn.
Aaron was right.
If you have the power to change their ability to reproduce, you have the ability to change their ability to turn to a Titan.
Yeah, but the things they've already done as a Titan were already like ingrained. So it's like, hey, you're already a bad person. Just die.
But who outside of the ones that they know can turn into Titans, how do they know anyone else can be?
All right, so you have to finish this show.
Okay, that's what I said. Since I didn't finish it,
because I don't want to like say something
possible,
to spoil it for you.
It's possible I could be wrong. But like, so rolling back to Thanos, instead of getting rid of the population, hey, you can only women are only able to make one baby.
So that's terrible.
I'm not saying
that's what China tried, and you see what's happening to them now.
No, China said you can't. They ain't make it impossible. They just tried to say don't do it. There's a difference.
Yeah, and now they're like struggling because of it. Like,
no, but I mean,
yeah.
But I don't necessarily mean one, but there's ways to limit population. If you have something so powerful, you can impact the entire universe. And the only solution you could come up with is get rid of half.
Well, that's what makes him a villain.
But that's what I'm saying.
You have to have some type of point to where you're like, okay, I can see where he was going. But, and just like you're doing, what if you would have done this? Well, that's what makes him a villain. Because he said killing was easier.
Yeah.
Like, you know what
I'm
I mean?
just like, I agree. Doubling the resources is not the answer. Because people were like, oh, there's more resources. Let's take it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
so like if I was a hero, like let's say my power was super genius, right? You would be like, hey, you're a super genius. You can invent something and be a millionaire. Or I can invent a way to rob this bank. And that's what makes me a villain.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like
the morality of it. But yeah. I'm still...
But this all started with you saying that Winter Soldier is the best.
Yes, Winter Soldier. Movie. Yeah, no way. Winter Soldier is the best MCU movie.
Okay, I'll give you Winter Soldier, but beyond that, you don't think Black Panther is number 2?
It's in the top 5. I got it in the top 5.
Solo movies.
Solo movies. Yes,
I can't think of anything that I will put above Black Panther after. Like I said, I'll give you Winter Soldier.
But Thor: Dark World.
You know what? Shut up.
That's bottom 1.
I think it was better than Iron Man 3.
No.
Iron Man 3 was horrible.
Iron Man 3 was entertaining.
Yeah, Iron Man
3. It wasn't a great movie, but I was entertained by it.
I'd rather watch Thor: Dark World.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I'm not watching Thor: Dark World.
I'm not watching Thor: Dark World. I'd watch Iron Man 3. It'd be on the bottom of my list of things to watch, but I'd watch Iron Man 3. I'm not watching Dark World.
Is Eternals worse than Thor: Dark World?
Yes.
Oh my god, Eternals
Yes.
is so bad.
Yes.
It's so,
Eternals is so terrible.
Eternals is another one. Like when the movie was over, I was sitting there and I was like, what did we just watch?
Only
I was like,
thing
I didn't
I
care about
remember-
any of them.
Only thing I remember was the super speed fight. That
I'm about to
looked
say
good.
they did super speed correctly.
They
They
did- that
did
looked
do
good.
super speed correctly.
That looked good.
But
That movie was terrible.
it made no sense to me. I was like, what was the point of this?
That,
So,
that movie was so bad. You're right. That's worse than Thor: Dark World. The Eternals is absolutely.
I don't care what
horrible.
anyone says. Still, the worst superhero movie ever is Green Lantern.
The Ryan Reynolds one?
Yes, he was fighting a giant fart.
That was bad. That Wolverine movie was bad. That first one.
X-Men Origins Wolverine was pretty
Awful.
bad.
Yeah. You know what's
The-
crazy?
The CG on it was bad.
Yeah,
Like,
a little terrible.
Do you know it's crazy how the internet follows each other and like what they think of movies? Like we can sit here and we be like, oh, I like this movie, I like that movie. So I remember clear as day going to go see Logan. And me and Jazz left the movie and I was like, man, that movie was great. And I remember going online and people was like, this movie sucked. The movie was awful, blah, blah, blah. And then like a year later, everyone's like, oh, Logan's one of the greatest movies ever. And I'm like, where were you people when I was defending it by myself? And I'm like, what? And then the same with Thor Ragnarok. When it dropped, people were like, that movie was terrible. They made Thor a joke and blah, 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 blah. And now all of a sudden I'm hearing people, they were like, oh, I thought Ragnarok was great.
I thought it was fun.
And I'm like,
I thought it was fun.
I'm like, you people are followers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most people are.
So
It was better than Love and
You're just realizing that people
yeah,
are followers.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know. I didn't mind Love and Thunder. It
Love
wasn't,
and
wasn't
Thunder
a
was
great
okay.
movie. It was watchable.
Yeah, it was watchable. Like you had said the other day, at least so far, it has no meaning. It has no purpose.
Yeah. Like,
I enjoyed the Marvels. I know people,
I didn't watch that.
I know people like didn't want to like.
I watched
mostly because they were women, but
I watched Miss Marvel, the
TV show. Yeah, I watched it.
liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I thought it was enjoyable, and it gave us a little insight into the Pakistani community. Like I know close to nothing about that, and it gave me a little bit of insight.
Captain Marvel's actually the only MCU movie I've not seen.
I did see Captain Marvel. It was okay.
I liked
Yeah.
it.
I
The
didn't see
nostalgia
it.
got me really big in that movie, though. But
It's not that I don't want to watch certain movies. It's just I don't care about certain characters.
Yeah.
And Captain Marvel's one of them characters.
Yeah.
But I watched the
Captain
Marvels.
Marvel, they hyped up to be a big deal for like Endgame,
Right.
and she was barely even there.
But I watched the Marvels because of Miss Marvel and Photon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like, I wanted to see them. So like, shoot, the Black Widow movie was awful too.
Yeah, that was bad.
Black
that
Widow was-
Taskmaster was
Black
did.
Widow was meh.
They did.
I'd put it
Taskmaster
above
so
Thor: Dark
terrible.
World, but
Yeah.
it wasn't great. Taskmaster, they did terribly.
So
But back to Black Panther though. Yeah, it's still a top 5 MCU.
still a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's a great movie.
Hey, I think I would put it in my top 5
Mhm.
MCU movies. But yeah, I think
It's
like I
just-
said, I'll give you Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is
a lot
an
of
amazing
people
movie.
Mhm.
were coming out saying, especially black people, were saying that it's the best MCU movie. And I'm like, you're seeing that through a certain glasses because it's very Afrocentric.
Right.
Is it a bad movie? No. It's a very good movie.
I'll stand
But-
on business and say it is the most visually appealing movie. Yes.
It has its yes.
Mhm.
The set pieces and everything. Yes, I agree. The set pieces, the clothes design, how everything. Yes, I agree.
So
It is very visually appealing. Ryan Coogler is a great director, so I wasn't shocked that it
Excellent.
looked
Absolutely.
good. It's just a lot of people coming out was like, "Oh, it's the best movie. It's for the culture," and I'm like, it was a good movie. Don't get me wrong, and I
Mhm.
support it as a black man, but calling it the best one, you're stretching things a little bit there. You're saying that just because it's a black movie.
Black movie, yeah.
Because it's primarily black people that I heard say it.
And the cast was great.
I'm okay if that's their reason.
The cast in the movie was great too.
See, you're not being objective if you say the only reason it's a great movie is because it's a black movie.
I'm here for it.
But yeah, I enjoyed it though, for sure.
I mean,
I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I loved it.
Even like you said, top 2 standalone movies still ain't bad. You know what I mean?
Like I'm saying, it's not bad. Don't come at me like you said this movie sucks. I didn't say it sucks.
You just got something. You got some things over it. That's all.
It's just There's just movies that just subjectively are better.
It's all good. I ain't mad at it.
And Winter Soldier, it is it. Winter Soldier is by far the best movie in the MCU, in my opinion.
It's all good.
I got it as number 2.
That was the best one-on-one fight, though. Captain Bucky on that freeway.
Mm-hmm. You said that's the best fight in the MCU?
Yeah. Yeah. One-on-one? Yeah.
Oh, one-on-one.
One-on-one, yeah.
Okay. I don't know, man. Shang-Chi had some dope fights.
I was thinking of Shang-Chi too. I'm sitting there like,
But no, one-on-one,
Shang-Chi has some pretty good ones.
That was it the bus or train, whatever. The trolley.
The bus
that
ride
fight was dope.
Yeah, Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Shang-Chi was dope. Yeah, for sure. But no, that freeway fight was dope though.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, great movie.
Yeah, it was.
So
that's all I got.
Oh, that's it.
Yes,
that's
sir.
It. All right. You know what we talking about next time?
Oh yeah, top 10 '80s movies.
Oh, that's what we going to.
Oh yeah,
80 movies.
Okay, we're gonna do top 10 '80s movies. Cobra Kai discussion because I believe the final part of the final season starts next week or something. So I believe by the time we start the next recording, we should be done. It's this month when it drops, so we can talk about that. That'd probably be more of a me and you thing since he hasn't watched Cobra Kai.
Interest in Cobra Kai.
And then next one is what TV series movies you want to see redone, like a remake of a series or a movie, something that was on like back in the 70s or 80s. What would you like to see? How, some stuff like that.
With today's graphics and stuff like
absolutely.
that. Gremlins.
Did you hear the whole thing that Gremlins was racist?
No.
Oh yeah, there was the whole story going around that the whole premise of Gremlins was supposed to be representing black people, especially Gremlins 2.
Well, that movie was a mess.
Because the Gremlins, once they transformed into the ugly things, they would sit there and they eat fried chicken and they were break dancing and wearing backwards hats and.
Well, that movie was they gave the network gave the director full control of Gremlins 2, and that's why it was the way it was. Because obviously from Gremlins 1 to that was completely different. Way completely different. And they based a lot of it off like the Looney Tunes stuff too, if I recall, but I don't remember much from Gremlins. I remember the spider one. One was a spider, and that really ugly girl.
The one that was dressed up as a girl.
Yeah, the one actually.
With the lipstick and all that.
Yeah, she was actually the last surviving one. They never got her. She had her wedding with that dude in the bathroom.
Yep.
That was stuck in the bathroom, but they got everyone else except for that one. But that's what we're going to talk about next. So.
What was it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Top 10 80 movies. I think that's going to be a debate.
Oh, of course it is. You already know what I got on there, but we're gonna say that one for 2 weeks.
All right. I already got my top 2 off the top of my head.
Okay.
I
was born in the last 5 months of the 80s. This ain't fair to me.
Like you didn't watch 80s movies.
Yeah. I watched Beverly Hills Cop like 70 times because that's my mom loved that movie.
Oh,
fucking movie!
I forgot about that movie.
Great.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. This is gonna take some time because there's a bunch of movies popping in my head. All the Eddie Murphy movies.
It ain't gonna be an easy one to do.
No, it's not gonna be easy.
But yeah, well, some similar stuff. I'm pretty sure, but
going off the rails with mine.
Yeah. Okay. Barry and I had the Blob on there.
I don't even know what that is.
I know what the blob is. But
But all right, that's it. That's all I got, man.
all right,
All right. Everyone, thank you for listening.
Yep.
peace.
Peace.
Have a good one.
Yep.